Yeah, maybe just a little bit too much air under that for Lounsbury. The wind is at his back, so that ball maybe sailed on him a little bit more than he was anticipating, trying to get the ball to Terwilliger running down the far sideline. But falls incomplete on 3rd and long, and now George Stalley on to punt for the Govs here on 4th and 9.
So it is George Stalley that will punt here for the Governors, as he'll roll to his right, looking maybe to run with it. Now he will punt it away, almost a rugby-style punt. He'll get too good of a punt, and it'll go in the back of the end zone, and it will go for a touchback. And it will be 1st and 10 from the 20 now for Aberdeen Central.
Yeah, that might be a new little wrinkle for the Govs to look at when one of your best athletes is your punter as well. Unfortunately, Stalley's punt does go into the end zone, but it did look like for a second he might try to bounce that one outside. So possibly something to look at, and we're going to get look like maybe a heat timeout here.
Yeah, heat timeout with 8:17 to go here in the first quarter. First drive stalls out. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
We welcome you back here as it is the first quarter, 8:17 to go in quarter number 1. John McClure alongside Blake Dean. Emma Thielen is back at the station. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Aberdeen Golden Eagles, as Brenner Waldrop, the sophomore quarterback, will have his first varsity start and snaps of throw. That's going to be intercepted. The Governors will take it right back over. A quick drop step and a throw and an interception, and the Governor defense takes one play.
Right into the hands of Lincoln Dilgis. There is a penalty marker that comes in late, maybe for excessive celebration, but Waldrop did not see Dilgis, and he threw it basically right into his chest, and the Govs are going to take over at about the 22-yard line of the Eagles.
And we'll see what the penalty might be on. It's going to be on the Governors, but it's, or the Aberdeen Golden Eagles stay on the field. Oh.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 33.
So it was on Coulter Babcock, and I think he was the one that got the interception, and with the excessive celebration on top of it. But it is an interception, and the Governors will get the ball now at the central 37-yard line. Play action pass for Lounsbury, and a quick throw. The catch is made by Elijah Bucci, who will be on the offensive side for the Pierre Governors as well. He'll make the catch and a minimal gain out to the 34-yard line, a gain of 3. And 17 yards passing so far for Lounsbury, and it's 2nd and 7 here for the Governors.
Yeah, a lot of the underneath crossing routes is what Lounsbury's looking at as far as targets so far, at least the ones he's completed. A couple to Terwilliger, and now that one to Bucci, looking for his tight ends early. Big-bodied tight ends, get the ball in their hands and let them run after the catch.
There's 2 backs in the backfield along with Bucci. Quick toss for George Stalley. He is hit behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a couple yards. Back in his 3rd down and 9. 2-yard loss on that throw and catch from Lounsbury to Stalley. Everything's been short so far, but another 3rd down and long here for the Governors. 3rd and 9 from the Golden Eagles 36-yard line.
Yeah, that's just a good play by the strong safety for Aberdeen, Cordell Reichlich, the senior. He ran through a block and got to Stalley behind the line of scrimmage to make it 3rd and 8 here for the Govs.
It is 6:55 to go. There's going to be a penalty against Aberdeen Central as the jump, and the Governors, regardless of who the quarterback is. The Govs have been able to make a living off of getting teams to jump early, especially on 3rd down, whether it be 3rd down and long or not. They seemingly get that at least 2 to 3 times a game. And so now it's going to be 3rd and a long 3, short 4 from the 31-yard line. They're going to get to the 27, so 3rd and 4 here for the Governors. Lounsbury, quarterback keeper, up the middle he goes. He's hit by that defensive line. He's pushed back. There is a minimal gain for Lounsbury of maybe half a yard, and it's 4th down here for the Govs, and you got to think with that run, Blake, they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe they do that same thing where they try to get some pressure or maybe somebody to jump from Aberdeen, maybe just to see that look and then maybe call a timeout and punt it away again.
So they will go for it here on 4th down and 4 with 6:20 to go here in the first quarter. Still no score. Second drive of the ball game here for the Governors. Pistol formation, Rouse in the backfield. Lounsbury rolled to his right, gets a block from Rouse. Throw, it is going to be a one-handed catch by Stalley, but he can't hang on to it, and it will fall incomplete and a turnover on down for the Governors with 6:11 to go here in the first quarter.
Tough. It looked like Stalley might have a chance at it, John. Just bobbled it right at the end as he dove for it toward the ground to make the catch, and the ball does bounce off the turf. Unfortunately for Pierre, Aberdeen Central takes over at the 31-yard line, their own 31-yard line. So another heat timeout, possibly. Nope, they're just moving it to the far hash of the field. So Aberdeen Central will take over here with 6:11 to go in this first quarter.
Shotgun formation, Waldrop, who threw an interception on his first pass, now will give to Riley Waldo, as Ridley Waldo will take it on the right hash outside the hash marks, and it'll be a gain of 1 to the 32. And the first positive play and just the second play only for Aberdeen Central as we tick under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score, second drive of the ball game for Aberdeen Central.
Yeah, just a nice job by the defensive front there by the Govs. It looked like maybe the nose tackle was in there on the stop. Coulter Babcock in there as well. Coulter Babcock, 2 defensive snaps, 2 huge plays thus far for Pierre.
4 receivers, 2 on each side. Man goes in motion across the line of scrimmage, and then we get a whistle, and it will be a false start against Aberdeen Central. That is on Jordan Foss, the center, who will get called for the false start and back him up 5 yards, and it's second down and 14. This will be coming from the Golden Eagles 27-yard line. They're going to get out to the just past the 40 of their own territory. Blue jerseys for the Golden Eagles, blue pants as well. All whites for the Governors. 5:05 to go in the first quarter. Man comes in motion, looking to pass. Waldrop, who will pump fake, and then will throw complete, and the catch is going to be made out for a first down and more, all the way past midfield, down to the Governor 47-yard line, 46-yard line, as the catch was made by Joey Dahlman.
George Rapp on the tackle for the Govs on that play, but nice catch and run there for the Eagles. They pick up a big chunk play, and they move the ball into Pierre territory here.
We're at a gain of 32 for that second down and 14 play. Waldo will get the handoff. He is met at the line of scrimmage, able to get 2 yards past the 45 to the 44, and it'll be second down and 8 on the second run from Waldo, who's picked up 3 yards on his 2 runs. Elijah Bucci on the tackle.
Yeah, nice play by EJ, just getting in there, finding the ball carrier, putting him on the ground for minimal gain. Now it's second and 8 for the Eagles from the Governor 44-yard line.
4:05 to go here in this first quarter. 2 receivers, 1 on each side, shotgun formation, handoff for Waldo again, sidestep to his left, and then he is going to be run down at the 41-yard line. The Governors are saying they have the football. At least Carson Stocher was coming in, but he was well off the play. Not going to get able to get that the referees to bite on it, and it will be a gain of another 2, and it's third down and 6 from the 42-yard line as Coulter Babcock gets another tackle.
Yeah, 2 tackles thus far for Babcock, another couple of yard gain there for Waldo, like you mentioned. So going to be third and 6 here for the Eagles with 3:30 to go and rolling here in this first quarter.
Shotgun formation again here for Waldrop. The receiver on each side, Waldo in the backfield. He'll look to pass. He steps up. He'll throw to the near side. The catch is going to be made for a first down. And it's going to be a big third down completion as Asoff will make his first catch of the season. Brody Asoff gets it down to the Governor 29-yard line. And a gain of 15 on third down and 8.
Yeah, nice comeback route there by Asoff. Able to connect with Waldrop there. Aberdeen moving the ball really well. They're throwing it well, and they're mixing the run and the pass well as well.
Waldo will get the handoff again. He's able to spin off a would-be tackler, and ends up being a gain of a couple down to the 25-yard line, a gain of 4. As Waldo got hit at first right at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to shake off the tackler and ends up getting wrapped up at the 25.
Looked like Hudson Schaefer was in there coming off the bottom of the pile. But a host of Governors make the stop there for a 4-yard gain.
2:20 to go here in the first quarter. 2nd down and 6 from the 25-yard line. Nearing the red zone here for the Golden Eagles. Still no score in the first quarter. Looking to pass, the throw on the slant route is off the hands and incomplete as he was looking for Colby Dowin, but Dowin hit the hands, went right off the top of his hands and incomplete, and it's 3rd down again here for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, Stosher was on the coverage there, and he actually did kind of shove down Dowin at the end of the play. Maybe a little bit lucky that he didn't get called for, necessary roughness there, but 3rd and 6 regardless here for the Eagles from the Governor 25 with 2:08 to go here in this first quarter.
Another 3rd down opportunity here for the Golden Eagles. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd and longs. This is not necessarily long, but beyond 5 yards, looking for their 3rd conversion. This will be a handoff for Waldo at the middle. He's going to have enough for the 1st down. He was able to break right through the teeth of the defense and get out to around the 18-yard line. He needed to get to the 19. Ends up being another 1st down here for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, nice play there by Waldo. Nice opening up from the middle of that offensive line. That being Foss, Madsen, and Meister in the middle there for Aberdeen Central. Picking up a gain of 6.5, and that's a 1st down for Aberdeen. They're entering the red zone here for the first time in this first half.
Shotgun formation, a throw to the right side. That catch will be made over the by the sideline, and the 3 Governors will get over to make the tackle. Asoff will make the catch, and the Governors will wrap him up. George Staley, the first one to hold on to him. Got to the 15-yard line, a gain of 3 for Asoff, and it's now 2nd down and 7 from the 15-yard line.
Yeah, just a quick little kind of comeback pattern there again from Asoff. He's really done that a lot here in this first quarter. A couple of catches on those type of routes, and Aberdeen's moving the ball well here with 1:08 to go.
Shotgun formation again. The quick throw. That ball was tipped. The catch is going to be made by Dowin. He reaches for the goal line. He is in for a touchdown. Colby Dowin, his first catch, is a 15-yard grab and a touchdown for the Golden Eagles, and they take the first strike of the ball game.
Yeah, nice job of moving the ball by Aberdeen on that drive. Colby Dowin runs a slant route right in front of Stosher and ends up breaking Stosher's tackle all the way to the end zone for the first touchdown of the season for Aberdeen Central. Kick is up by number 14 and is good by number 14, the kicker, in Joey Dahlman. So a 7-0 lead for the Golden Eagles with 1:01 to go here in this first quarter.
We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Have you assessed the condition of your roof at your home or business? Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters can help. Since 2010, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters has been helping their customers in Pierre, Fort Pierre, and all surrounding areas. With over 20 years experience, the professionals at Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters know how to get the job done. Specializing in all types of roofing, they'll make sure to find the right fit for you and your home. Give them a call at 605-280-9797 or get a free quote on their website at dakotastormroofing.com. Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters. Reliable roofing for your peace of mind.
It is a 7-0 lead here for the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard, as the Golden Eagles win 10 plays and right around 80 yards with a 15-yard touchdown catch to Dowin from Waldrop. And it is a 7-0 lead for Aberdeen Central, and the Governors are not used to trailing. They did not give up any points to Aberdeen Central in the game last year. They shut them out, but now the Governors find themselves down 7-0 here in the first quarter to Aberdeen Central.
Yeah, and Colby Dowin on the season last year, John, just a junior coming into this game. Last season's statistics, he only had 4 catches for 25 yards on the season. So Waldrop targeting him early in this first quarter, and he is paying it off big time by putting it into the paint for Aberdeen Central and making it a 7-0 ball game for the Golden Eagles.
So we'll be Reed T here as the wind knocked it off. It winds blowing across the field from left to right. And yes, it is windy, not as windy as we've seen it before, as the kickoff will be a short kick. Governors will come up to make the catch and it'll be out of the 30 to the 35-yard line, and the Governors will take over. Was that Logan Biddy? Or excuse me.
I had Carter Merrill.
Yep, Carter Merrill. Yep, Carter Merrill with the return out to the 35-yard line, and that is where the Governors will set up. Right around, actually, the 36-yard line, we'll call it. 1st and 10 from their own 36.
Yeah, third drive of the game here for the Govs, John. They punted on a drive and then turned over on downs, did the Govs their first 2 drives. So we'll see what they've got up their sleeve here in this third drive, and it'll likely extend into the second quarter.
It'll be Lounsbury, and the quarterback keeper had the option opportunity for the Rouse, kept it himself. He'll get out to the 40-yard line, a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down and 6 here for the Governors. As Pierce trying to get on the board here. They're down 7-0. We apologize for technical difficulties on YouTube. Got the logo up right now. We're trying to keep us on the air, and we'll see, maybe we can't figure it out as we go along. I'm not entirely sure why our feed is as bad as it is right now with the amount of speed and everything that we have. Everything looks good, just not sure why it's buffering as much. But with 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter, Governors will have to take one more snap. Play clock is down to 5. Shotgun to make that pistol formation. Lounsbury will take the snap, low snap. He'll drop back, the throw to the near side. Catch is going to be made, and a good catch right around the first down marker as Aiden Beam will make the catch, his first of the season. And it'll be 3rd down and short, 3rd down and inches to start the second quarter. Beam makes the grab, end up being about 5 yards, and the Governors will trail 7-0 at the end of the first quarter to Aberdeen Central. 7-0 lead for the Golden Eagles at the end of 1. Back in minutes for the start of the second quarter. You listen to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
AGE Corporation's Contractors and Crane Service is a proud supporter of Pierre Governor Athletics. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work construction and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That's 223-2732. AGE, proud supporters of local sports. It's time to gear up with savings during the Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture in Pierre. Slumberland carries all your favorites with the latest styles and fabrics. And now, with this big sale, you can save up to 60% off retail prices. Living room, dining room, bedroom, accent pieces. Find it all at great prices during the last big sale of summer. The Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture. Saving money never looked so good. Slumberland Furniture on the Truck Bypass in Pierre and slumberland.com.
Start of the second quarter, the Pierre Governors are down 7-0 in the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Let's see if we can get the video up and going here. John McClure alongside Blake Dean, and Blake, that first quarter, not really how the Governors were looking defensively that first. Well, it took one play and they got the turnover, but after that, Aberdeen kind of settled in. Not really how the Governors drew it up in that first quarter.
Yeah, not at all. And another thing to keep in mind here is the start of the second quarter, both teams flipped fields, so the Govs are going to have to go into the wind the rest of the half.
First, make that 3rd down and inches from the 45-yard line, 46-yard line. They need to get past the 46. Fumble on the snap. Trevor Rouse dropped the exchange between Lounsbury and Rouse. We'll see who's got the ball. And Aberdeen says they have it, and they do. A fumble recovery for Aberdeen Central. And the drive does not even stall out. It ends up being a turnover for Pierre. No, they say that Pierre has it. They're saying that Pierre's got the ball and that the Governors recovered and they have a first down.
Wow.
So not only everybody at Aberdeen Central is cheering like they had got the ball back.
Well, it looked like a couple of the officials had made the indication that Aberdeen did have the ball, but then the head official came in and said, no, Pierre has the ball, and they picked up enough yardage on the play to get the first down.
So now it's going to be empty backfield here, 1st and 10. Stalley will come into the backfield, pistol formation for Lounsbury. Handoff will come up the middle for Stalley. He'll get his first carry of the ball game, and he'll get a gain of about 5 to the 49-yard line, crossing midfield and into Aberdeen Central territory.
Yeah, nice carry there by George Stalley. And that'll be interesting look for the Govs, too, when they decide to run and how they decide to use George Stalley. He's a great wide receiver. Obviously, he can run it a little bit as well, as you saw there.
Did not cross the line on the jump from the defensive line. The Governors tried to get them to jump, pick up the rest of those 5 yards to get a first down. 3 receivers here on the near side. Lounsbury, empty backfield throw, quick throw, catch is made by Stalley. He's got the first down inside the 45-yard line, down to the 43. Stalley came over his leg. He is seemingly in pain, and the Governors, that's not a good sign. George Stalley is holding his leg right now as he is down in a lot of pain. He was kind of rolled over on the tackle. He picked up enough for a first down, ended up getting about 8 yards, and he is in a lot of pain on the ground right now.
Yeah, that's one of the last guys you want to see on the ground for the Govs. George Stalley, running back, wide receiver, kind of the do-it-all threat for Pierre. And if he's out for an extended period of time, that can really, really hamper the Governor offense the rest of the way.
So they will check on him. Casey Michelson is out to check on the leg of George Stalley. He is back up. That is good news, and he is able to jog off the field under his own power, although with a limp. So hopefully he is okay and will be able to return, as it is going to be 1st and 10 with 11:05 to go here in the second quarter. Aberdeen still leads at 7-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard, but the Governors are driving as they're at the Golden Eagle 41.
And I think as a result of that, John, you'll probably end up seeing a lot more double tight sets with Elijah Bucci and Cooper Terwilliger on the field now with Stalley on the sideline.
Shotgun makes a pistol formation. The handoff, actually play action, the throw, that catch almost was intercepted as the throw was behind, almost behind Terwilliger, and was knocked down and almost intercepted by Aberdeen Central as the ball popped up in the air. Elijah Bucci almost came in to make the catch, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, Cordell Reichlich was the defender on the play for Aberdeen Central. He's flashed a few times, has the senior strong safety, so maybe a guy that you want to throw away from if you're Caleb Lounsbury going the rest of the way.
Receiver on each side here for the Governors. Pistol formation. Rounds will move out to the flat. Now a throw over the middle. Catch is going to be up in the air after it was tipped off the hands of Carson Stosher with the defense of Evan Sigmiller. And it will be incomplete, and it's now 3rd down and 10 here for the Governors from the 41.
Yeah, it looked like Stosher had beat Sigmiller on the route on that post there, but just couldn't connect, couldn't put 2 hands on the ball and come down with it. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Govs. Maybe look at picking up a little bit here on 3rd down.
Shotgun formation, floating it over the middle. Terwilliger will make the catch. He's out of the 20, slips through a tackler, stiff arming. He's all the way down near the 10-yard line. Governors with a huge 3rd down conversion to the 11, and it's a 30-yard gain for Terwilliger, and it's 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line inside the red zone.
Yeah, just put the ball in the hands of your best player in Cooper Terwilliger and let him go to work. A little float pass there from Lounsbury. Did just float it over the teeth of the defense, and it falls right into the hands of the sophomore tight end in Cooper Terwilliger. Obviously showing you why he's the number 4 tight end in the nation in the class of 2026. Or 2027, excuse me.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Lounsbury, quarterback keeper. He'll spin off of a tackler, but he's going nowhere. Ball comes out, and the Governors are able to fall back on top of it. And so it is going to be 2nd down as the Govs were able to recover it. One of those offensive linemen might have been from Jacob Micken in the recovery. And it's a loss, though, of 3 back to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, Aberdeen Central has done a good job thus far, John, of when the Govs really start to build momentum, that they've always had an answer when the Govs have built momentum. They've always been able to stop it thus far. Let's see if the Govs can put the ball in the paint here.
This will be a quick throw. Catch is going to be made out towards the goal line, just unable to get in as the catch was made by Sutton Sonnenschein. Down to around the 1. Did he get enough for a 1st down to make it 1st and goal? It was a gain of about 13.
I haven't seen a signal yet.
And I think maybe they're going to measure it. A timeout will be taken by Aberdeen Central. So Sonnenschein makes the catch as he gets down to the 1 yard line. They're looking at it still, and if they're going to make it 3rd and short or 1st and goal from the 1 yard line. It is going to be 1st down, so a gain of 14 for Sun and Shine, and a timeout taken by Aberdeen Central. Caleb Lounsbury right now 8 of 12 for 72 yards. He's hit 5 different receivers with Sun and Shine, Beam, Bucci, Stalley, and Terwilliger all catching passes from the starting quarterback in Lounsbury, but it is going to be 1st and goal from the 1, and the Governors are within 3 feet of tying this ball game up coming out of the timeout.
And I think this might be a situation, John, where you see Cooper Terwilliger in the backfield kind of running that same play that they've run the past few years, putting like a tight end. Jet Zabel has done it a few times on the goal line last year, ran the ball in this type of a situation to put it in the end zone, and I'm guessing that might be the play design that you see here, whether it's Terwilliger or Bucci, probably going to be Terwilliger, but I wouldn't be shocked to see that right here with the ball about 3 feet from the goal line.
So now we'll see what the Governors want to do on how they want to handle 1st and goal from the 1 yard line.
Going out of the pistol instead.
Trevor Rouse in the backfield. George Stalley back in the game. He will move out to the right. Rouse will get the handoff. He'll get to the goal line. He is in for a touchdown, and the Governors are an extra point away from tying the ball game up with 9:48 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, just give the ball to Trevor Rounds. Rounds has done a good job of carrying the ball thus far. 7 carries for 15 yards and a touchdown now. So let's see if the kicker in number 8, Carter Templeton, can put it through to tie up the game.
Templeton's kick is blocked, and it will be a 7-6 ball game. So 7-6 their score. Pierre is down by 1 of the American Family Insurance. Brittany Shuffle by scoreboard. Back in 30 seconds here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Do you love video games and want to compete with a team? The Boys and Girls Club of the Capital Area is starting a new esports academy for students in grades 4 through 12 to learn and compete alongside their team against other clubs across the state.
Staff, John Wickler alongside Blake Dean, and Blake, a good drive there for the Governors to get this ball game nearly tied back up.
Yeah, absolutely. You're looking at a pretty solid drive, mixed the run and the pass well, a beautiful float pass for 30 yards from Lounsbury to Terwilliger that kind of set the Govs up in the red zone. And Trevor Rounds finishes it off by putting the ball in the paint.
It'll be Carson Board to return this one here for Aberdeen Central, the near sideline, as he is out to around the 27-yard line, and where Aberdeen Central will take over and get us started on their 3rd drive of the ball game. So an interception and a touchdown for Aberdeen Central on their 2 drives, and they will start their own 28 with 9:44 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, let's see what the Gov defense has up their sleeve. Let's see if they have made any adjustments and learned from their mistakes, or will Brenner Waldrop, the sophomore quarterback, and this Aberdeen Central offense continue to push the ball down the field.
1st and 10 from the 28. Shotgun formation. Man will go in motion across the line. Waldo is in the backfield with Waldrop, who has looked good so far other than that interception. He'll throw it to the far side. The catch is going to be made, and a 1st down, spinning off the tackler, and a good first play from scrimmage as Colby Dowen, who made the touchdown grab, he's got out to around the 46-yard line, a gain of 18, and it's going to be 1st down here for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, nice play there by Waldrop, able to find his receiver in Dowen. Dowen's had a big game thus far. Sun and Shine on the tackle ushers him out of bounds, but the Eagles have the ball at their own 46-yard line, approaching midfield.
Shotgun formation again. Waldo will get the handoff as he will be wrapped up in the backfield. The Governor defensive line was there to make the stop. Ty Michael, I believe, with the one on the tackle. And it's going to be 2nd down and 10. We'll give that to Patrick LaRoque, I think, was the one that made the tackle. And a loss of 1 for Waldo. He's got 15 yards on 6 carries. 2nd and 11 from the 45-yard line. 9:05 to go here in the first half. 7-6 lead for Aberdeen Central. I formation, first time under center. Hand off to the fullback. this time. And the defense is right there to push them backwards, a gain of about 2. Elijah Bucci might have been the first one to get over to him, and then it was helped with the push by Jacob Mikkonen, and a gain of 2 for Dalman, who is listed as the fullback.
Gain of 2, that'll bring up a third.
And it was Dalman, not Dowen. And a gain of 2 to make it now 3rd down and 9 from the Aberdeen Central 47-yard line.
Yeah, interesting decision thus far from the Aberdeen coaching staff to call 2 consecutive run plays when your passing attack has really been the thing that's pushed the ball down the field. So we'll see if that happens on 3rd down if they drop back.
It'll be shotgun formation and looking to throw. It comes to the near side, diving for it, unable to make the catch. That one came for number 6 and Brody Asoff, and it will be 4th down, and we'll see if Aberdeen Central, they will come out with the punting unit. And just the technical 3rd incompletion of the day for Waldrop, as the interception, he had hit all but 1 to that point since then, but it will be 4th down as Dahlman is back to punt it for Aberdeen Central with 8:13 to go here in the first half.
And kind of to that point, kind of similar to the throw that Lounsbury had to Terwilliger on the far side. Now with the wind at his back, that throw may have just sailed on Waldrop a little bit.
This will be a nice punt all the way back to the 15, inside the 15-yard line. And we coming here for George Stalley, who's got nothing going for him. He is still down again. And it will be 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line for the Governors. That might bring us to a heat timeout potentially, but it is a punt and a 1st down here for the Governors. It will be a heat timeout, so we'll take a break. 7-6 lead for Aberdeen Central over Pierre with 8:04 to go in the first half. Back in a minute on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heat-A-Later fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heat-A-Later fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-A-Later Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Governors take over at their own 16-yard line, 1st and 10, as they're trying to get to the lead for the first time in the ball game. With 8:04 to go here in the first half, Caleb Lounsbury back in the pistol formation. The handoff, instead play action, a quick throw. Stalley will make the catch, but he's got nowhere to go. He loses about 2 yards back to the 14. And it will be 2nd and 12 here for the Governors.
Yeah, maybe looked like an RPO there, and I think there's just a little bit of speed going on between the center exchange and Rounds, the running back, because Lounsbury doesn't have a whole lot of time to give the ball to Rounds if they do decide to go on that run pass option. But now he's got an empty backfield with 3 receivers to his left and 1 to his right.
As you mentioned, 3 receivers here near side, looking that way, throws it downfield, looking for Shufflebine. The catch is just batted out of his hands, broken up by number 19 in Paxton Ewing, and it's 3rd down and 12 here for the Governors.
Yeah, Ewing got a hand in right at the last second, because if he didn't, Carter Shufflebine was going to run the rest of the way into the end zone and give the Govs the lead. So nice play there by Ewing to make it 3rd and long here for the Govs.
It's Paxton Ewing, not Patrick Ewing.
No, Paxton Ewing, there you go.
2 receivers here on the near side. Lounsbury over the middle, catch is made by Twilliger. He's got a 1st down and more. Out past the 30 to the 34-yard line. Threading a needle was Lounsbury. Twilliger, the big frame, makes the catch as he gets to the 34. It's a gain of 20 and a 1st down for the Governors.
Boy, Terwilliger had to come back for that ball too, John, and just put it in the vicinity of number 12, and he's going to make the play.
Lounsbury again back to pass. He looks, he's got a wide open man. The catch is going to be made on the near side, but slipping and falling on the catch. I believe that was Beam that made the catch here on the near side. We'll see.
It was Lincoln Dilgis.
Yeah, Lincoln Dilgis will make the catch as he slipped and fell, his first reception. And it will be a gain of just 4 for Dilgis.
Yeah, just a comeback route on the side there from Dilgis. And like you said, just unfortunately slipped and fell. Otherwise, he probably would have been able to cut that back and pick up a little bit more.
2 receivers out far side. That throw over the middle. Catch is going to be almost intercepted. It popped up in the air. Jacob Weishar was right there, and it hit him in the chest, popped up, and he didn't see where it went, and it dropped right in front of him.
Yeah, that was just really unfortunate there from Weishar. Lounsbury was looking at the crossing route and threw it right into the chest of Weishar, and it just popped right up. He lost track of where it was, and it landed right in front of him. So 3rd down and 6 for the Gubs.
3rd and 6. Shotgun formation. Lounsbury looks to throw downfield. The jump ball. The catch is made for a first down.
Dilgis again.
Dilgis makes another fantastic catch down the far sideline. And another big 3rd down conversion. And the Governors got 1st and 10 inside the Golden Eagle 35 to the 33.
Boy, I don't think Sickmiller could have played better coverage on that play, John. He was right up in the grill of Lincoln Dilgis. And Lincoln Dilgis goes up and makes an athletic play and says, got to put somebody a little bit bigger, a little bit faster on me, was what the Governor sideline was saying, kind of hyping up Dilgis after that play.
About a gain of 25 on that 3rd down for the Governors. Handoff for Rounds right up the middle, but he runs into the wall. He's still able to move forward just a little bit more, and he picked up 3 yards on the carry. He's got 18 yards on 8 carries. It is 2nd down and 7 with under 6 minutes to go here in the first half to the 30-yard line. Governors moving from right to left, down by 1, 7-6 here in the 2nd quarter as they're trying to get their first lead of the ball game.
It looked like after that play, Caden Shadow, the senior linebacker for Aberdeen, kind of came up a little bit limping on that play, and he stayed in the ball game. So that might be somebody to look at if he's covering somebody on a pass play here.
3 down lineman here on 2nd and 7. Quick toss on the option to Rounds, and he's able to get himself out past the marker for a first down inside the 25 to around the 24, and a gain of about 6 for a first down. And we'll call a gain of 7 for Rounds and a first down.
Yeah, nice carry there by Rounds on the option. That option play from Lounsbury and Rounds on the pitch has really worked to perfection here in this 2nd quarter.
Lounsbury looking to pass, looking for Stalley to the front of the end zone, and it falls incomplete. More of a chance to make an interception on that play was Carson Borg, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10. And the Governors are more thankful that ball wasn't picked off compared to being caught by Stalley.
Yeah, Carson Borg was in perfect position on Stalley. Ball was a little bit underthrown, probably got caught up in the wind a little bit, and Borg makes a really athletic play, knocking it to the turf here at Swisher Field. And luckily that it wasn't intercepted. Aberdeen's had a couple of chances to pick off Lounsbury, and they have not cashed in.
Rounds will get the handoff on 2nd and 10. He was met at the line and got a gain of just 1 on that far hash, and it's going to be 3rd down and 9 again here for the Governors. Need another big 3rd down and long conversion to keep this drive alive. Carter Templeton has got a leg. He's a soccer player as well, but I don't know if he's got I don't know if you test him in that first game of the season, but the Governors will pick up 5 yards on an encroachment penalty on Aberdeen Central. They get them to jump again and make this much more manageable here. Referee's mic is not very good to hear anything that he was saying, so, but the signal was encroachment,
yep.
And it's 3rd and 4.
Yeah, encroachment. And I think the reason that it was the encroachment penalty was because Aberdeen started to jump off sides. That caused one of the Pierre offensive linemen to jump off sides as well, and that picks up an extra 5 for the Gubs. I wouldn't be surprised if the ball heads the way of Cooper Terwilliger here.
And Aberdeen Central jumped again, but they're not going to call this one. Governors had them jumping a 2nd time. And will Coach Steele take a timeout? Play clock is down to 2 and 1, and he will take the timeout before the play clock expired with 4:10 to go. I think they got Pierre got Aberdeen Central to jump across the line before the snap, and Aberdeen got lucky. They didn't get called for a second straight encroachment penalty.
Yeah, it looked like there was a couple of Golden Eagle defensive linemen that, after that happened, kind of had their hands on their head, like, oh man, it happened again. We gave them a first down, but no flag thrown by the officials here tonight, and it'll still remain a 3rd and 4 situation for the Govs here.
7-6 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard. 4:10 to go here in the first half. It was the first series ended up being a punt for the Governors. The next play was an interception, but a turnover on downs by Pierre led to a touchdown on a 15-yard pass from Brenner Waldrop to Colby Dowen. And it made it a 7-0 lead. Trevor Rounds had a 1-yard touchdown run to make it 7-6. What could have been a fumble by the Governors turned into a touchdown. And then a punt from Aberdeen Central, and now the Governors have a chance to take their first lead of the ball game as they have it 3rd down and 4 from inside the 20-yard line, right around the 17 in the red zone now. See if this is 4-down territory for the Governors. Staley will get the run, but he is hitting the backfield right at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be no gain, and it's 4th down and a 4 here for the Governors.
You got to think that the Govs are going to go for it here, and you got to think that they're going to look the way of Cooper Terwilliger. 4th down and 4, actually 4th down and 3 officially on the scoreboard. We'll see what happens here. I wouldn't be surprised. They've got single coverage on the outside on Terwilliger, John.
Lounsbury trying to get them to jump. Still 13 on the play clock, 3:35 to go in the second quarter. Quick throw looking to the corner of the end zone. It's a jump ball to catch to Williger. He has got it. It's a touchdown. And the tight end split out wide as a receiver comes up with a huge grab, and the Governors take a 13-7 lead.
Unbelievable. What a catch by Cooper Terwilliger on that play. He dove on that play. That ball was thrown into the wind by Lounsbury. Perfect spiral on that play. Threw it to the far pylon on the far side of the field. Terwilliger makes a diving catch, keeps his body in bounds, and that's why you throw it to number 12 in those situations.
The extra point is going to be good from Carter Templeton, and it is a 13-7 lead for the Pierre Governors on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard. 13-7 is our score. Back in 30 seconds here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Let Country Carpet and Flooring in Pierre help you update your home or office with the latest in hardwood, laminate, ceramic, vinyl, and carpet fashions. With over 30 years of flooring fashion and solutions, Country Carpet and Flooring makes choosing the right items fun and easy. For the latest design in flooring, call 224-9297 or stop by 414 East Sioux Avenue. Country Carpet and Flooring in Pierre.
So it ends up being a 12-play drive this time for the Governors as they get to nearly a 90-yard drive on top of it. Cooper Terwilliger makes a 17-yard touchdown grab from Caleb Lounsbury, who has almost thrown for 130 yards, making 13 of 20 completions. He's got a touchdown pass. Terwilliger's got 5 catches for 81 yards, and the Governors lead it 13-7 with the extra point good this time from Templeton as the first one was blocked. And it will be a kickoff here for the Governors. Short kickoff against the wind. Ball is dropped. It's on the ground, and Aberdeen will come away with it. That was very close. I believe it's Carter Lust that made the catch and drops on it. And it was a 1st and 10 here from the inside the 25-yard line, right around the 23-yard line for Aberdeen Central.
Yeah, just a dropped ball. It was a short kick, kind of hung up in the wind, and like you said, ball ends up on the turf, almost ends up back in the hands of the Pierre Governors, but Aberdeen Central able to fall on it and give the ball back to their offense, who's really done a good job of moving the ball up the field so far.
3:25 to go. Here's a toss for Waldo as he came off the edge, and he'll get a big gain on 1st down all the way out to around the 40-yard line for Waldo. I believe, actually that was not Waldo. I believe that was going to be for Carter Lust. And it will be 1st and 10 out to the 38-yard line. That was Lust that gets his first run on the toss play. A gain of about 20 for the Golden Eagles. Make that about a gain of 15 for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, nice. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, nice jet sweep there. They got the ball in the hands of Lust, like you said. He's able to go around the far sideline for a gain of 15. And Aberdeen offense continues to move the ball. They'll take a timeout here with 3:16 to go.
They broke the huddle with 5 seconds to go on the play clock, so they did not get the play in time over to them. So with 3:16 to go here in the first half, Aberdeen Central takes their second timeout. But this is an all-important drive here for Aberdeen Central. Now remember too that if everything that was said is correct, and there is no other type of other thing that they can do, or that high school football is, Pierre won the toss and deferred to the second half, which means they're choosing what they want to do in the second half. Aberdeen elected to kick the ball, so Pierre technically should be able to get the ball to start the second half, which makes this drive even more important for Aberdeen Central to score, because they should not be getting the ball to start the third quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. And unless Pierre chose to receive right away after they won the toss, but that was not the indication that we heard on the coin toss. So we'll see what happens come second half.
It'll be a throw from Waldrop that is going to be well over the head on a missed route. He was looking to go to number 21, Colby Dowen, but no chance on that throw. No one was even really close to the vicinity, as the Governors in coverage, Porter Hunsley, was the one that was backpedaling with him, and there was no chance on a throw. So it's no chance on a catch, and it's now 2nd and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Yeah, nice job of coverage there by Porter Hunsley, the freshman defensive back. Looked like Dowen and the quarterback in Waldrop maybe just had a little bit of miscommunication, but could have been a little bit of the part of the physicality of the defensive back in Hunsley. 3
receivers here on the near side. Throw, the catch is going to be just made before Emmanuel was coming in to try and make the interception, and George Rapp, but it ends up being a good throw to the 45-yard line, and the catch by Dowen. And it will be to make that Waldo made the catch, I believe, and it's going to be 7 yards and 3rd and 3.
Yeah, Hansen and Hunsley on the combined tackle that time there, but nice chunk play for the Golden Eagles. That's going to set up about 3rd and 3 here from their own 45.
Back to pass again is Waldrop. His throw, the catch will be made right at the first down marker, and I think it's going to be enough for a first down. It will be a gain of 3. The catch right away was tackled. Brody Asov made the catch, picks up those 3 yards and a first down.
Yeah, nice job on the reception there by Asov. And Aberdeen will continue to move the chains for first down. Ball now at their own 48-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 48, 2:13 to go here in the first half. Right at midfield here for the Golden Eagles. Another pass here for Waldrop. He'll wait, he'll throw. He was hit as he threw, and the catch will go off the hands. Porter Hunsley again in coverage, and went off the hands of the intended receiver, and it's now 2nd down and 10. That's a good throw, although Waldrop got hit. That was still a good throw to Dowman, who just bounced off the hands. Hunsley might have had something to do with it as well, and it's going to be now 2nd down again and 10 from the 48.
Yeah, pressure right in the face of Waldrop, like you said, John. He's able to deliver a strike right to his receiver in Dowen, but a nice job by Porter Hunsley of breaking things up. Porter Hunsley is an athlete to watch if you're a Governor fan. You might not have heard the name before, but this kid's a freshman, and he's playing pretty heavy minutes on the defensive side of the ball so far.
Shotgun formation again. The quick throw here, the near side. The catch is going to be made, and it will be out of bounds. The clock will stop at 1:59 to go, as the catch was made by Asov inside the Governor territory to the 47. A gain of 5 for Asov.
George Rapp making his 3rd tackle of the ball game. The sophomore defensive back flashing here early in this first half for the Pierre Governors.
3rd down and 5 from the Governor 47-yard line. 3 receivers on the far side. 1:58 to go here in the half. Asov, the ball out of his hands. That's intercepted. Governors will take over regardless if it was going to be a throw or a fumble. It is an interception, and the Governors will take over at the 47-yard line.
Babcock again on the interception. That interception was completely made. That play was made, though, early as Waldrop was hit by Elijah Bucci on the pressure right in his face. Ball pops up in the air right into the arms of Babcock for his second interception of the ball game, and the Govs are now 53 yards away from making this a 2-score ball game.
And have 2 timeouts to work with it. Wide open, Elijah Bucci, catch made to the 20, to the 15. He is wrapped up. Touchdown saving tackle, but the Governors will get inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. A long throw and catch from Lounsbury to Bucci, who was wide open.
Yeah, Evan Sickmiller with a huge touchdown saving tackle there because Elijah Bucci had nothing but green and blue turf in front of him. Ball spotted at the 13-yard line of the Golden Eagles. That sets up 1st and 10 for the Govs with 1.5 minutes to go here in this first half. The Govs have an opportunity to continue to maybe milk the clock a little bit and not give Aberdeen an opportunity to get the ball back.
You know, about 39 here. Staley will come in motion, jet sweep on the catch. Staley will cut it back up the middle of the field. He is run down to the far side of the field. That is a catch for Staley and a throw from Lounsbury. Went forward from Lounsbury, so it'll end up being a gain of about 5, and it's 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, just kind of that pitch play. You've seen SDSU run that a few times if you're a Jackrabbit fan. They just kind of throw that little pitch behind the line of scrimmage to the guy moving in motion.
Staley now will be the backfield. He'll get the handoff from Lounsbury. He's going up the middle of the right side on the right hash, and he will be stopped with 40 seconds left to go, and the clock's still ticking. Be 3rd down and short here for the Governors. A gain of about 3 for Staley.
There's about a second difference between the play clock and the game clock. We'll see if the Govs run this down a little bit, maybe take a timeout. They've got 2 left.
And you got to think that they're going to be looking to try and punch this in for a touchdown. 20 seconds to go. 3 guys lined up on the right side of Lounsbury. Handoff for Rounds. He's trying to get to the 1st down marker, but he's not going to get there. So a timeout will be taken by Coach Steele. The clock ran down to 10.3, and it's going to be a gain of about 2. And it will be 4th down and 1 here with 10.3 to go. But it'll be 12.2 seconds to go. Rounds picked up 2. Timeout was taken by the Governors. 4th down and a long 1 from the 5, make that 4-yard line. They got to get to the 3 with 12.2 to go. Now again, you got to pick up a couple. You got to pick up a yard to get the 1st down to make it down to the 3-yard line. But with a timeout, you can get it down to 2 1-yard line, still call a timeout, and still run at 1 more play.
Yeah, again, I wouldn't be surprised if they ran that tight end as the quarterback play and put Terwilliger back under center on this play and maybe do a little bit of a Derrick Henry, Tim Tebow jump pass to kind of throw the defense off and maybe think that, okay, they're going to run the ball with Terwilliger, but then maybe throw the ball over the top of the defense and then put the ball in the end zone for a touchdown. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Steele dials up here on 4th and 1, but you got to think it's going to be something that is going to potentially catch the Aberdeen defense off guard, or maybe they do what they've been doing all game and they try to draw Aberdeen off sides and just set up a 1st down.
You're listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. 4th and 1 with 12.2 to go. Governors can run or throw the ball here because they do have a timeout left. Rounds will get the handoff, getting the 1st down. Lounsbury is trying to push him in, unable to get that 1st. They do get the 1st down, don't get the score. The clock does stop momentarily with 7 seconds to go to set the ball up and reset the ball up. Now, they did not give the 40-second play clock. They gave it the 25-second play clock, but it will be a timeout taken by the Governors with 7 seconds to go. And it is down to the 2-yard line. And it will be a gain of 2 for Rounds. He's got 30 yards and 12 carries. So it's 1st and goal from the 2 with 7 seconds to go. Now at this point, you say, this is our play. And, I mean, yes, you could realistically throw an incomplete pass in 7 seconds to get another play. but really you're drawing up one play right now to score a touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely, and it'll be interesting to see what that play is. You know, like we talked about, I keep waiting for the Terwilliger play. Maybe they don't pull it out this game. Maybe it'll wait for a couple of weeks here, but that would be an option. You maybe could look at something where they spread everybody out wide with 5 receivers and then run like a quarterback draw with Lounsbury up the middle. The playbook is really kind of wide open right here on 1st and goal from the 2.5 with 7 seconds to go.
If they throw it incomplete, if they throw it here and get an incomplete pass, then it really opens up and say, okay, one more play, we can run or pass the ball because we're not going to get another playoff after that. Lounsbury off the play clock, the throw, the catch in the corner, it is going to be incomplete. 2.1 to go. Lounsbury threw to the corner of the end zone for Terwilliger. Right off the whistle, he got the snap and threw it towards the end zone. Terwilliger just couldn't come away with it. So it's now 2nd down and goal from the 2 with 2.1 to go. Now it is. If you want to run the football, you can. You don't have to throw the ball right now because there is no chance that you get another play off. You have your best play to get you in from 2 yards out.
Yep.
3 receivers, empty backfield here for Lounsbury. Play clock down to 18. Staley will come in motion. He'll get in the backfield behind Lounsbury in the pistol. We'll see if they run the football or not. Option play. Toss over to Staley. Corner of the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Governors on the last play of the half. And it's a 19-7 lead here for Pierre at the end of the first half. Extra point is pending.
Yeah, just a foot race to the corner pylon between George Staley and the Aberdeen defense, and George Staley is going to win that just about 9 times out of 10. Just got to the corner. He didn't even really have to dive for it. He just kind of put the ball right across the edge of the pylon. Templeton's going to set up to potentially make it 20-7 here before the half.
Extra point is going to be up, and that is going to be good. So it's a 20-7 lead at the end of the half. Governors pick up 20 straight points to close out the half and take a 13-point lead heading into the second half. Governors up by 13, back in 3 minutes with halftime stats. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Service has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers 30-plus years of in-home support services to our local communities. For more information about Home Care Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care. Home Care Services, 224-2273.
At Anderson Rumsa Dental, we want to change the way your family views the dentist. Let us replace your dread of the chair with personal service in a friendly and inviting atmosphere. Using state-of-the-art technology, we offer porcelain crowns completed in 1 day, saving you time and money. Anderson Rumsa Dental, located at 1521 North Harrison Avenue in Pierre. Experience dental procedures performed while you're in a deeply relaxed state, often with no recollection of the time passed. Anderson Rumsa Dental. Call us today at 605-224-6111. That's 605-224-6111.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our top priority is providing value to our members. Since 1941, we have helped our neighbors buy homes and vehicles, finance their farms and ranches, insure their assets, and retire comfortably. From Custer to Sioux Falls, we live and work in our communities, and we treat our members like family. Visit bhfcu.com to learn more about how you can join. BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by NCUA.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120. Sanford Health Pierre Clinic provides comprehensive and convenient care to Pierre, South Dakota, and its surrounding communities. We care for all your health needs, including preventive care, pediatric health, annual checkups, chronic disease care, and more. Schedule an appointment today at 605-224-0369. Ask about our heart health specialists. Visit this clinic on the third Wednesday every month. Sanford Health Clinic, Pierre, 605-224-0369.
We all want to be happy, but sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
We welcome you back here into the halftime show. The Pierre Governors, they lead at 20-7 on the American Family Insurance Printing Shufflebine scoreboard. Before we get to the stats, John Winkler alongside Blake Dean. And Blake, a tremendous end to that first half for the Governors with the fact that they were able to score the last 20 points. And after, a punt and a turnover on downs, they were able to score 3 times in their next 3 possessions.
Yeah, I think a lot of that was just Caleb Lounsbury getting comfortable with his role in the offense, kind of getting the jitters out after the first quarter, starting to feel comfortable in the offense. He threw a couple of really, really nice passes to Cooper Terwilliger in that first half. You did see kind of some of the young mistakes that a young quarterback might make with a couple of passes that were pretty close to being picked off, but luckily was able to get away with those, and the Govs were able to cash in on their last 3 drives, to your point, John. And to that end, the Govs are up 20-7 after the end of the first quarter, and that's a result of Caleb Lounsbury getting a little bit more comfortable in this offense, and the defense really standing on their heads after that touchdown drive by Aberdeen in the first quarter.
Governors open up the ball game with a punt, and then the first play from Waldrop, a pass was intercepted by Coulter Babcock, then turned into a turnover on downs by the Governors, which resulted in a touchdown for the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. A 10-play, near 80-yard drive, went 15 yards. Touchdown pass from Waldrop to Dawson Cowan. Colby Dowen, and that ended up being the first and only score that first quarter. Governors did get the touchdown next. They fumbled the football on 3rd down, able to pick it up, get a first down. That kept the drive alive, end up scoring an 11-play, near 70-yard drive as Trevor Rouse got a 1-yard touchdown run. It resulted in a punt the next possession for Aberdeen Central. The Governors scored to take the lead on a 12-play, 88-yard drive and a 17-yard touchdown throw from Caleb Lounsbury to Cooper Terwilliger. After an interception again from Coulter Babcock, a touchdown the final play of the first half, 7-play, 53-yard drive, and that final play was a 2-yard run by George Stalley off the option from Lounsbury, and Stalley scored from 2 yards out to make it a 20-7 lead. 1 extra point was blocked, but Carter Templeton is 2 for 3, although he technically did not miss that first one. It technically goes down as a miss, I guess, but it was blocked instead of him just outright missing it. But he's 2 for 3 for the extra point in his first varsity games. The Governors overall have 201 yards of total offense, 160 yards through the air for Caleb Lounsbury, who is 15 of 23 with a touchdown pass. And then 41 yards of offense on the ground. Trevor Rouse leading the way with 30 yards on 12 carries. George Stalley's got 10 yards and 4 carries, and Lounsbury's got a yard on 3 carries. Cooper Terwilliger's got 81 yards receiving and a touchdown catch on 5 grabs. Lincoln Diligence with 2 catches for 29 yards. George Stalley's got 4 catches for 12 yards. Bucci's got 2 catches for 42, with 1 being a 39-yard pass. Aiden Beam's got a catch of 5 yards, and Sutton Sunshine with a 14-yard grab. On the other side for Aberdeen Central, 130 yards of offense with 98 coming through the air. 8 of 14 with 2 interceptions and a touchdown is Brenner Waldrop for 98 yards. He's got catches to Asoff as well as Dahlman, Cowan, with that Dowen, and Waldo with 26 yards on 4 catches for Asoff, and then that touchdown catch, of course, for Dowen. 15 yards on the ground for Waldo. Dahlman, because Joey Dahlman's got 2 rushing yards on a carry, and Carter Less has a 15-yard carry as well for their 32 yards of offense on the ground. So 201 to 130 in this first half, and Blake, again, you mentioned it. The Governors got the interception defensively, but then gave him a touchdown right after Pierre got a turnover on downs, was 0 for 2 on the offensive side. And as the Pierre Governor does, the Pierre Governors do in football, didn't panic. And the defense adjusted well and have not had the success anymore for Aberdeen Central after that touchdown drive.
Yeah, I think they made the adjustments, John, to your point. After seeing, Aberdeen was kind of picking them apart on that second drive, the defensive staff of the Govs saw what the weak spots were in that Governor defense and really plugged them up for those last few drives that Aberdeen had at the end of the first half, because they really, really struggled to move the ball. On the defensive side, you look at the tackle leader in that first half being George Rapp, the sophomore defensive back, 3 tackles. Elijah Bucci has a pressure and 2 tackles. Coulter Babcock, of course, 2 tackles and 2 interceptions. And Porter Hunsley, the freshman defensive back, 2 tackles and a pass breakup. So big defensive effort for the Govs. A lot of those guys, younger guys, underclassmen, Rapp being the tackle leader thus far, a sophomore, and Hunsley having 2 tackles and a pass breakup as a defensive back, being a freshman. So the younger kids are stepping up, and that's exactly what we wanted to see through this first half of action so far.
Governors lead at 20-7 at the end of the first half. And one more thing before we go to break. We talked about it a couple different times. The opening coin toss, the Governors won and elected to defer. That means they choose what they want to do in the second half. Aberdeen chose to kick the ball. As what the referee said, Aberdeen chose to kick the ball to start the ball game, which means that the Governors can choose to receive the ball in the second half. And so we might see the Governors get the ball to start the first and second half. That's something to watch. With the fact they're up by 13, just scored a touchdown to end the first half. After getting the opening kickoff, they still might have the ball to start the second half as well.
Yeah, that would be a huge momentum swing in this ball game, John. And, quite honestly, if the Govs score on that drive, that could potentially put this thing out of reach early in the second half.
Governors lead at 20-7 here at the end of the first half. We'll take a break, come back in 3 minutes with more of the halftime show. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Pizza Ranch in Fort Pierre is a proud supporter of Pierre Governor Sports. Bring your crew to the ranch. We have hot buffet options, including legendary pizza, the country's best chicken, savory sides, nutritious salads, and delicious desserts. Perched right on the river, our Fort Pierre Pizza Ranch is only minutes from the South Dakota State Capitol building and right down the road from where the Pierre Governors play. The Pizza Ranch in Fort Pierre. Go Govs!
Becky Potsaba and State Farm Insurance are here to help you with your insurance and banking needs. State Farm's not just insurance. It's banking, investments, IRAs, loans, and a whole lot more. We offer guidance in a personal and caring way that helps you manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and find ways to control costs so you can realize your dreams. We know how life is, and we're here for you. Stop in to see Becky at 1315 East Wells Avenue in Pierre, or call Becky at 224-4173.
Hi, I'm South Dakota Attorney General Marty Jackley. If you are a crime victim, there is a way you can stay updated on your case. Crime victims can access the statewide Automated Victim Information and Notification System, or SAVIN. This free service provides victims with important criminal information and notifications. For more information, call 1-844-299-4608 or go to savin.sd.gov.
At Wheelhouse Auto Body, we believe in treating our customers and their cars like family. Our service-focused team has over 50 years combined experience in the automotive repair industry. If you have a vehicle, big or small, that needs some TLC, Wheelhouse Auto Body team is ready to take care of you. Visit Wheelhouse Auto Body at 720 North Garfield or contact us at 605-494-0436. Wheelhouse Auto Body of Pierre.
Red Rosa Italian Grill invites you to check out all the amazing things they have to offer. They are more than just delicious food. They have a full bar featuring one of the largest whiskey and bourbon selections in the area. Stop down for happy hour daily from 3 to 6. Lunch specials are served from 11 to 2 during the week. Open Monday through Thursday 11 to 9 and Friday and Saturday 11 to 10. Red Rosa Italian Grill, located at 808 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre.
Crunch early, crunch late. like worn leather boots on a trail, crunch like a pastry knife through pie crust, or steel-toed boots at a construction site. Here's to the ones that come through when the pressure's on, when it's crunch time, so to speak. For you, we do more than run the numbers. We crunch them.
This is Stephanie Sanchez, your mortgage loan officer at First Fidelity Bank, serving Pierre and Fort Pierre. I'm ready to crunch some numbers for you.
Wherever you're born to be, Stephanie was born to help you get there. First Fidelity, born to bank. Equal housing lender.
Back here as we welcome you back to Aberdeen Central at Swisher Field, as it is a 20-7 lead for the Governors over the Golden Eagles. John McClure alongside Blake Dean, and Blake's got some score updates for you across the state.
Yeah, there's only three other high school football games that are being played here other than this one in the state of South Dakota this evening. And that would be, two of them would be at the AAA level between Brandon Valley and Sioux Falls, Washington. As of right now, that game should have started about 6 p.m., 6:15 local time here in Aberdeen, and we don't have a score update as of right now for that game having started. The game to follow that will be O'Gorman High School taking on Harrisburg at O'Gorman in Sioux Falls. So those are the two games going on the AAA level tonight. The other game happening that has already happened in Flandreau was between Lower Brule and Flandreau. Lower Brule wins that game 68-0. And then we take a look at the college football scores. Big game today being played down in Stillwater, Oklahoma between South Dakota State and Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State wins that game by a final score of 44-20. Of course, University of South Dakota played, I think it was Thursday. Yep. They beat Northern State 45-3, and a couple of Pierre Governor alumni in the Zabel boys. Gray and Jet took on Colorado, University of Colorado, and Coach Prime and Deion Sanders on Thursday as well. Colorado ekes out a win against the Bison 31-26 in that contest. So kind of some scores from around the area as far as local high school scores, and then of course the college scores that are happening today as well. Big one that we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast as far as the AA level, though, that happened last night, Spearfish upsetting T-Area. That's a huge shocker in the AA football world, and Spearfish kind of put some people on notice in that game as well. So maybe another team to watch out for at the AA level in the Spearfish Spartans.
Pierre Governors with a 20-7 lead here at the end of the first half. Both teams are just about to make their way out. Governors are on their way out right now back to the field as they've scored the last 20 points. Those last 3 touchdowns have gone in favor of the Governors. 20-7 is their score at the end of the first half. We'll return in 3 minutes with kickoff of the second half. Listen to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR and watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At AgTegra, we're leveraging the power of the cooperative to benefit our farmers and ranchers, their families, and local communities. We're creating jobs for your neighbors and putting money back into our communities. We're lending a hand in our rural fire departments, food banks, and 4-H and FFA programs. That's what local is all about. When you do business at AgTegra, you help us make a difference in your community. AgTegra, strong, stable, dependable, and local.
Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio system, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in at 1601 Lowell Avenue in Pierre or visit their website at comtechplus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Has it been years since you've been to the dentist? Are you afraid to see a dentist? If so, you are among many people who feel this way. Hi, I am Dr. Michelle Hofer of Missouri River Dentistry. At our office, we pride ourselves as an office that uses a personal touch to offer gentle dentistry, tailored to fit each patient's needs. We do so by utilizing state-of-the-art equipment and methods which allow the patients to feel comfortable. So whether it has been many years or 6 months since your last dental visit, your oral health is important. We invite you to call us at Missouri River Dentistry, 223-2021, 223-2021.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, 224-6627. So the Pierre Governors will get the ball to start the second half, just like they got the ball to open up the ball game because of that, of Aberdeen electing to kick instead of receive. Pierre will get the ball in both halves here tonight. And it will be Stalley and Stosher back deep to receive the second half kickoff, and we're just about set. And the Governors have a great shot to now score back-to-back possessions when really Aberdeen should have the football right now to start the third quarter. On the kickoff, it'll go back towards the end zone, and Stalley will make the catch, make that Stosher at the catch inside the 5-yard line. He's out to the 20 where he's going to roll over a man and out to the 22-yard line, and Pierre will take over and start the second half at their own 22.
Yeah, good return there by Carson Stosher, and the Govs will take their first possession at the 22-yard line. Like you said, another score to mention that we want to get in before the start of the second half. University of Nebraska beat University of Texas El Paso 40-7 this afternoon, and Jason Machachok, another Governor alumni, played the majority of the second half as we get a flag here on the first snap to open the second half, possibly movement before the snap was made.
They will say, I believe they said 33, which would be Coulter Babcock, but it could have been 53 for Jacob Mikkinen. But either way, first and 15, thanks to Bill Van Camp, who sent us that message talking about Machachok getting his first chance at the Division I FBS level, Power 4 conference team. Snap to Lounsbury, rolling to the right. He's going to throw downfield looking for Stalley, but overthrows him, and it will be incomplete, and it's second down and 15. Lounsbury is now 15 of 24 for 160 yards and a touchdown pass so far.
Yeah, Preston Peterson and Carson Borg blanketing George Stalley on that one as Lounsbury tried to throw that one into double coverage for Stalley down the field. Unable to connect there, making it second and 15 for the Govs.
From the 17-yard line here for the Governors. Moving from right to left under radio down. Throw over the middle, catch is made, and somewhat of a knee-on-knee, almost a knee-on-knee contact. And thankfully, Terwilliger's okay as he got to the 20-yard line, but he was upended as soon as that, and that's going to be an injured Aberdeen Central Golden Eagle, which it could have been more knee-on-knee, and Aberdeen Central player is going to be the one to take the brunt of it.
Yeah.
It was a 3-yard gain for Terwilliger, and it's third down and 12.
Yeah, the injured Eagle is going to be Brandon Schwann, the senior linebacker, down on that play. Like you said, possibly could have been contact with Terwilliger there, and he's laying down in some pain at the 27-yard line of the Governors.
And maybe even took the knee to the thigh.
Yeah.
Could be cramping as well. I mean, coming out of that, the locker room, if you're properly stretched or at least stretched enough, you shouldn't really cramp in the first couple plays of the second half, and he seems to be okay. He's going to walk under most of his own. He is under his own power. Not much of a limp either. But overall, you know, you get a Charlie horse when somebody digs their knee right into your thigh potentially too. Sometimes as you get older, sometimes you just get a Charlie horse from just sleeping. Those don't feel good no matter if you get them because you got hit or if you just wake up in the middle of the night. 3rd down and 12 from the 20-yard line. Governors need to go 80 yards down the field, but right now they just need to get to their own 32-yard line. Throw downfield looking for Terwilliger. The catch is going to be made. Man fell down. Terwilliger makes the grab at the 49-yard line. Gain of 29. And the sophomore showing his muscle. Didn't throw the man down, but he just overpowered him for a 29-yard grab.
Yeah, the Aberdeen sideline was looking for maybe a push-off on Terwilliger, but Sickmiller fell to the ground, and Terwilliger showing you why he is a very, very sought-after tight end in the state of South Dakota and really across the nation.
So they will reset the game clock to 11:15, but I think they've had some trouble actually. Well, they do get 11:15 pretty quick. They've seemingly had some trouble with the play clock. It does start now. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Terwilliger's over 100 yards receiving. As Rounds will get the handoff, he's got nowhere to go. He's tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain for Trevor Rounds. He's got 30 yards on 13 carries, 103 yards on 7 catches for Cooper Terwilliger, and a touchdown grab, as he has been and will be most likely the go-to guy all season.
Yeah.
And the long line of great tight ends that the Governors have had in this run of state championships, and I know you can go back farther than that with great tight ends in Pierre, but you look at Jack Maher to then Reagan Bolwig to Jed Zabel to Cooper Terwilliger now. It continues to move through, and so many guys can play at a high level at the tight end position. Here's a throw. That one will hit the side of Terwilliger. He had not quite turned around in time for that Lounsbury throw on the timing route, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10 here for the Governors.
Yeah, a good throw right on the money there from Lounsbury. Like you said, Terwilliger just didn't turn his head around to make the play. Otherwise, he would have caught that ball right in stride and probably would have taken that for a 15, 20-yard gain there as well.
3rd down and 10 from the Governor 49-yard line. They need to get to the Aberdeen 41. Empty backfield here, shotgun formation. Throw, that's going to be behind and almost intercepted. It was behind Stalley, and it will fall incomplete.
Was
that for Scheffelbein?
Scheffelbein was the intended receiver there.
So it will fall incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down, and the Governors will have to punt on the first possession here of the second half.
Yeah, just a little bit of miscommunication on where the receiver was going to break between Lounsbury and Scheffelbein there. Like you said, almost an interception as a result for the Golden Eagles, but Stalley will punt it away from his own 49-yard line.
This will actually be Templeton that will punt the ball away, and it'll be an end-over-end kick, and it will take a Governor hop roll inside the 20 to the 15, where it's going to be picked up, and the Governors will pin the Golden Eagles back inside the 15-yard line on a good punt there from Carter Templeton.
Yeah, 35-yard punt there from, well, 36-yard punt, excuse me, from Templeton. And now the Eagles will start on their own 15-yard line.
10:09 to go here in the 3rd quarter. First all drives out for the Governors, but they still lead at 20-7 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein scoreboard. 1st and 10 from the Aberdeen 15-yard line, moving from left to right on your radio dial. Shotgun formation here for Waldrop. Brenner Waldrop, who is 8 of 14 for 98 yards and 2 interceptions. Quick throw to the near side. That one was slipping out of the hands of Waldrop, and it falls incomplete as he was looking for Brody Aesop. And that's 2nd and 10 from the 15.
Yeah, just a little bit of a slip out of the hands, like you said, from Waldrop looking for Aesop. And ball falls harmlessly to the turf as a result for the Golden Eagles. 2nd down and 10 here for Aberdeen. 10:06 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Shotgun formation again here for Waldrop, coming out of the huddle with 12 seconds to go in the play clock. Receiver on each side. 3 down linemen here for the Governors. Back to pass again. Waldrop looking down the middle of the field. Now over and overthrows Aesop to the near sideline. He has underthrown and overthrown Aesop on back-to-back plays. And it's 3rd down and 10 now from the 15. And the sophomore quarterback looked pretty comfortable after that first interception. He looked very comfortable that next drive scoring. But now the Governors have made him looking like he's a little rattled right now.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was just going to say, John, was that, you know, as sharp as Waldrop looked on that second drive of the ball game, you know, couple of now an underthrow and an overthrow here on this first drive to start the third quarter. And potentially we'll see here if he's able to make it just right here on 3rd down and 10.
3 receivers here on the near side, a shotgun formation again. Waldrop steps up in the pocket. He is hit by Bucci. Long throw down the field, overthrown again, and it will fall incomplete. He was looking to go for Carson Borg, and it falls incomplete. Carson Stosher was in coverage for the Governors. And it's now 4th down and 10, 3 incompletions, a 3 and out for Aberdeen Central.
Yeah, nice job by Bucci applying the pressure there and really forcing an overthrow from Waldrop. 3 straight incompletions for Aberdeen Central, and they will punt it away. Dowen back to punt, it looks like, and the return men will be Stalley and Stosher for the Govs.
Colby Dowen, just his second punt right now of the ball game, as the Governors are trying to get one man on late. So now going to be a fake, and Dowen's going to come to the near side. He's going to get a first down. He's out to the 30 to the 35-yard line, and a big fake punt that works, and a big gutsy call from Coach Justin Breeze turns out to be a huge gain to the 37-yard line, a gain of 22 on 4th and 10.
Yeah, nice fake punt by Dowen. Porter Hunsley makes the play on the tackle, but not after Dowen picks up a gain of 22, excuse me. And Aberdeen sets up shop 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line.
3 receivers here on the near side. Waldo will get the handoff. He's met at the line. He's actually tripped up in the backfield, stayed on his feet. Bucci was able to slow him down enough, and the Governors were able to stop his forward progress. He never actually went down, but he gained 2 yards to the 39, a gain of 2 for Waldo, and it's 17 yards on 7 carries, and it's 2nd down and 8 from the 39.
Yeah, nice job by the Governor defense, kind of recognizing that, you know, Waldrop not necessarily real sharp on that first 3 pass plays. So you're thinking they're probably going to run the first play, and they do on this second set of downs, and they stop it for a gain of 1.
Waldrop put a quick throw. That's up in the air. It was off the hands, and it falls incomplete. It's now 3rd down. Jumping for it, I believe that was going to be number 14 and Joey Dahlman. And it falls incomplete. Almost looked like it was a rugby type throw with the man behind him almost picked him up, it seemed like, to try and pick up the completed pass. He was hit by Hudson Schaefer, and it brings up now 3rd down again here for the Golden Eagles, and 4 straight misses on this drive for Waldrop. And 3rd down and 8, it's a big passing down here for Aberdeen Central.
Yep, 3rd and long. You're going to see the ball likely come out of the hands of Waldrop here. 4 straight incompletions, though, to start this 3rd quarter.
They will toss it in the backfield for Waldo. The Governors are right there. They went to the short side of the field, and there was no chance, as it was Porter Hunsley that gets in the backfield and gets the tackle for loss all the way back to the Golden Eagle 33-yard line. It ends up being a loss of 4, make that a loss of 6. And a tough play for the Golden Eagles after getting the fake punt. Now it's 4th down and 14, and now they really have to punt the ball away. And the Governors are more ready for a fake punt here from Dalman, and it will be a high kick, short kick. Governors are trying to get out of the way from it. It'll take a Aberdeen hop and roll all the way inside the 20 and out of bounds of the 18-yard line. That dropped around the 40-yard line in Governor territory and rolled for another and bounced for another 20 yards inside the 20 to the 19 is where they will officially spot it with 7:48 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I don't think that could have hopped any better for Aberdeen Central, because like you said, that ball probably landed in between the 35 and the 40 of the Govs, but then rolled another 15, 20 yards in the direction of the Governor defending end zone. And now the Govs will take over possession at their own 19.
Rouse will get the handoff. He'll split the tackle and the guard as he'll get in to the pass of 25 to around the 27-yard line. Good gain on 1st down for Trevor Rouse, who's trying to pick up some momentum here. He's got now about 38 yards. It is a gain of 8, so 38 yards on 14 carries. And a guy that's kind of just been waiting in the wings for year after year after year, and a guy that probably could have been a starter for just about every other team in the state. Rounds finally gets his first start in the backfield here for the Governors in his senior year.
Yeah, you got to feel good for Trevor Rounds. He's stuck it out through the years, and now he's getting his shot his senior year to be the lead tailback for this ball club. He takes the ball again to past the 29-yard line, just short of the 30, but that's enough for a Governor first down, and Rounds will move the chains. Now 40 yards on the ground for Rounds total on 15 carries.
So a gain of 2 and a first down here for the Governors. Stalley hopefully is just cramping. It looks like he is just cramping as he's coming off the field. He laid down the sideline, and I believe Casey Michelson went right to stretching the muscles, the leg muscles of George Stalley. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. 6:40 to go here in the third quarter. Still 20-7 lead for the Governors. Lounsbury back to pass, looking for Twilliger, and it overthrows. And it will fall incomplete, and it's 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. Lounsbury now at 17 for 29. He has thrown the ball 29 times in his first varsity start. And leave it to Coach Steele and the offense of saying, hey, we're going to get you a lot of throws right away. We're going to make you as comfortable as possible after week 1 because you're going to be throwing the ball a lot in this first week.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's easy to throw the ball a lot when you've got the stable of receivers that Lounsbury has at his disposal.
Rounds will get the handoff on 2nd and 10. He's going to get himself to around the 32-yard line or so, making the 33 a gain of 3. Actually, they're going to spot him at the 30, right around the 33. So a gain of 3 here for Rounds, and it's 3rd down and 7. Long 7 here for the Governors, but now we get a timeout. It looks like an injured Governor, or maybe a cramping Governor right now. Yeah, it is going to be a Governor that is cramping. Trying to see the number.
Looks like it's number 63 and Zayden Rounds.
Yeah, the center, Zayden Rounds, seems to be cramping. With 6:12 left to go here in the third quarter. And a 3rd and 7 upcoming. Say Casey Michelson, I believe, is still working on George Stalley. So now one of the Governors is working on Zayden Rounds to try and get him to cramp. Jacob Mikkinen is out there helping to release the cramp, and Rounds seems to be okay. But because they had to stop the play for him, he does have to come out for a play, which brings in a new center for the Governors on 3rd and 7.
Yeah, we'll see who ends up being the center. It looks like it's going to be number 58 in Bryson Wallman, the sophomore, listed at 5'6", 170 pounds. So Wallman comes in and is going to be the one delivering the snap to Lounsbury on this play.
Lounsbury will get the snap. He's flushed and down, the first sack of the ball game for either side. Lounsbury's dropped back at the 25-yard line, a loss of 8. And the Governors will stall out again and have to punt the ball away.
I had Jackson Henley as the Golden Eagle who delivered the sack there on that play of Lounsbury. And, you know, maybe he was the one that comes right up the middle on that play, but regardless, Lounsbury goes down to the turf, and the Govs will punt the ball away. Templeton gets it away. It's a short punt that's actually going to come back, and Aberdeen's going to field it at their own 20 or 35-yard line.
Colby Dalman picks it up, and in one motion, picked it up and ran it another 10 yards down the field, and right outside the red zone here for Aberdeen Central at the 22-yard line of the Pierre Governors. And the Golden Eagles are in business to try and get this game back within one score.
Yeah, that's just a heads-up play there by Dowan, recognizing that, hey, this ball is still live if I touch it and there's nobody around me right now. And he's able to pick up another 10, 15 yards on the return to put the ball at the 22-yard line of the Governors here with 5:27 to go.
Handoff here for Waldo, trying to get through the middle. Almost snuck free, but he was wrapped up and thrown down by Max Hunsley. As both Hunsley brothers are in the ball game at the same time, one being a senior, one being a freshman. A gain of a couple to the 20-yard line. Inside the red zone now is Golden Eagles. Waldo picked up 2 yards, 2nd and 8. Max Hunsley got the start at the middle linebacker position along with senior Coulter Babcock, who has 2 interceptions. Hunsley is in place of, for the most part, George Stalley, I believe, in that corner position. Here's another handoff, and not going anywhere as Max Hunsley along with Porter Hunsley. And then being also number 2 at Kellen Hansen came over to make the stop for a gain of just 1, and it's 3rd down and 7 for the Golden Eagles.
No game.
Gonna be kind of fun, Mom and Dad, to watch two brothers making the same tackle for the Hunsleys.
Yeah, absolutely, and it goes for about no gain as well. So good job by the Hunsley family to make the stop there, and we've got a very, very early start there by Colby Dowen on that false start.
So instead of 3rd and 7, it's now 3rd and 12, and the Golden Eagles are pushed outside the red zone now, and this is a big 3rd down here. If you're Aberdeen Central, unless you really trust your kicker, and which would be Joey Dahlman, if you trust him, you're not so much worried about, you're going for that first down right now. If you don't necessarily trust him, or the fact that you just want to try and get a touchdown on this drive with 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, you're not looking for a first down. You're looking to pick up positive yards to make 4th down manageable for you inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, from here it would be about a 40-yard field goal.
Back to pass, Waldrop. He's going to throw, looking for the end zone. Up in the air, in the back of the end zone. It is going to fall incomplete. Carson Stosher in coverage. And it's now 4th down here for the Golden Eagles. So instead of trying to get a couple of yards, they went for the home run ball, and now they've got to try and pick up 12 from the 24 down to the 12-yard line of the Governors to try and pick up the first down.
Yeah, we'll see what they do. They're going to keep the offense out on the field, actually, as Waldrop's going to go back to the huddle. So 4th and 12, the Eagles are going to go for it here from their own 24-yard line.
He has not hit a pass so far as Waldrop in the second half. His last one was picked off. He's had just one completion in his last 7 attempts for Waldrop. And now we'll get a timeout before the play clock expired with 3:43 to go here in the 3rd quarter, with the Governors leading 20-7 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schoffelbein scoreboard. And Blake, this is a critical play for Aberdeen Central. It's not the ball game.
Right.
But if you're Aberdeen Central and you don't get it, you feel like the ball game's getting out of reach. Down by 13 and failing to capitalize on a drive that started inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, this is a huge play, to your point. Aberdeen was set up in perfect field position on the heads-up play there by Colby Dowen, the senior, as he was able to pick up 10 to 15 yards off of the punt off the foot of Templeton. And all Aberdeen has to show for it as a result is going backwards 2 yards to this point. So again, the Governor defense standing on their heads, playing fantastic football, and now Aberdeen's got to go 12 yards at least to get a first down. They've got to get to or past their own, or the Governor 12-yard line to pick up a first. And obviously if they go that far, they're well within striking distance of the end zone as well.
4th down and 12 from the 24. 3:43 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Governors lead at 20-7 over Aberdeen Central. Golden Eagles are trying to pick it up on 4th and 12 from the Governor 24-yard line. Shotgun formation. Waldrop steps up to pass. He's looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone is out of play, incomplete, and the Governors will get the turnover on downs. And after the great field position inside the 25 for Aberdeen Central, the Governors come away and leave Aberdeen Central with nothing.
Yeah, that's 6 straight incomplete passes for Waldrop there in this second half, and again, just probably sailed on him. He got it up into the wind. The wind is going towards the far end zone, or the end zone to the right side of your radio dial, and it just kind of sailed out of the back of the end zone. Really no chance for the receiver to make a play on it for Aberdeen, and the Govs take over on their own 24 with 3:34 to go in the 3rd quarter. 2
receivers here on the near side. Lounsbury now will switch Stalley and Terwilliger. Well, Terwilliger will move to the line. Stalley will move out to the far side. Receiver on each side now. Rounds will get the handoff. He was met in the backfield. He was able to spin off and fall forward for a gain of 2 yards. Out to the 26-yard line. It's a short gain, a gain of short 2, and a long 1. They're going to spot the ball right at more the 25-yard line for a gain of just 1 for Trevor Rounds. 44 yards now rushing for Rounds. 3:07 to go. Stalley is really fighting a Charlie horse or a cramp of something. He's barely been able to run full speed, as Rounds will get the handoff again, and he's got nowhere to go. That defensive line really coming through here for Aberdeen Central. Another gain of 1, and it's 3rd down and 8 here for the Governors at their own 26-yard line.
And 3rd and long here, John. Wouldn't be surprised to see the ball end up in the hands of number 12 in Cooper Terwilliger. Govs got to get to their own 34-yard line for a first down.
Lincoln Dilgis comes in for Trevor Rounds. The receiver on the far side, that's Gunnar Shufflebein. Stally will come across in motion on 3rd and 8 from the 26-yard line. Lounsbury rolls to his right, throw the catch by Terwilliger. He beats the contact, but he doesn't get to the 30-yard line as he picks up just a gain of 3. And that will bring up 4th down, and the Governors will have to punt the ball away, another 3 and outs.
Yeah, just another shallow crossing route there by Terwilliger, and Lounsbury hit him on the rollout, unable to pick up the rest of the yardage as Aberdeen read that really well on the defensive side. 4th and 5 for the Govs.
Templeton will look for a better punt this time as he will get the punt away, but again, another short punt, but he digs a Governor hop to the 50-yard line where it goes out of bounds. And Aberdeen will get good field position again at the 50-yard line. But overall, and for Templeton, the win for us is starting to kind of calm down, but it's still, you can see the flags across the way. It's still pretty strong from left to right, and Templeton trying to kick it into the wind. You can see that wind did not let that ball carry as long as it should have.
Yeah, just got it up in the air, and it really, really knocked it down, did the wind, but luckily, it was able to end up on the 50-yard line for a punt of about 21, 22 yards.
From the shotgun again, Waldrop will throw far side. That's overthrown. And again, Waldrop just cannot hit a pass right now here in this 3rd quarter, as that has been 7 straight incompletions to start the second half, 8 straight going back with that interception to end his first half. And it's 2nd and 10 from the 50-yard line.
Pressure up the middle from Elijah Bucci on that play. His 3rd pressure of the ball game, unable to come home thus far with a sack, but he has been in the face of Waldrop all game, all afternoon, all evening, and Waldrop really having to hurry a lot of throws, especially here in the second half, unable to connect with the receiver.
3 receivers out on the far side. Waldrop back to pass again, throws. That catch is going to be made. It's going to be short of the first down marker, but the first completion of the second half as Dahlman makes the catch for a gain of 8, and it's 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, completion there, two down to your point, or Dahlman, excuse me, and Max Hunsley on the tackle, his 4th of the ball game, but pickup of about 7 or 8, making it 3rd and manageable here for the Golden Eagles from their own 42.
That first completion
from the Governor 42.
First completion of the second half also puts Waldrop over 100 yards of passing, as Waldo will get the handoff of the defensive line, pushing back, and it's going to be 4th down. Coulter Babcock was there on the tackle. He got some help along with George Rapp, and it's 4th down and a loss of 1 to 2, making a loss of 2, and it's 4th down and 4. 4th down and 3, a loss of 1 for Waldo. And Aberdeen Central feels like they got to go for it right now with 35 seconds to go and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Down by 13 points, 20-7 is our score here in the 3rd quarter. 4th down and 3 from the 43. From the shotgun, Waldrop got time to pass. He is hit, though, as he throws up in the air. The catch is going to be incomplete. It will fall incomplete, but there is a flag down. Mikkinen got the hit right as Waldrop was releasing the ball. Is it going to be roughing the passer, or is it going to be a holding call against Aberdeen Central? It is a hold, and it will be decline on the penalty, and the Governors will take over on downs. So Mikkinen, it looked like it could have been potentially roughing the passer, but because where the flag was at, but it was a hold, that Mikkinen was still able to get a hit on the quarterback and to force a turnover on downs again from Aberdeen Central.
Yeah, to your point, Mikkinen just got hands in the face of Waldrop, and I thought that it very well could have been roughing the passer just based on the way that he hit Waldrop, maybe hit him a little high. And then on the other end, Carson Borg looked like he came down with it for a first down, but it must have popped out right at the last second on the turf and fall incomplete harmlessly.
Lounsbury looking to pass here on 1st down. Quick throw, Shufflebein will make his first catch here on the near side. He's got it, and a gain of about 5, and that will take us to the end of the 3rd quarter with the Governors leading 20-7. A gain of 4 in total for Shufflebein on his first catch, and the 7th different receiver with the grab. And it will take us to the fourth quarter. Governors lead it 20-7. No scoring in that third quarter. Pierre's got 12 minutes to go for their first victory of the season. Back in a minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up all online. New or used, shop for it all online anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It is going to be second down here for the Governors after the 4-yard completion from Lounsbury to Shufflebine. As Lounsbury will look to pass again, throw it to Terwilliger. Catch is made right at the first down marker, but a yard short as they get across midfield to start this fourth quarter. Terwilliger with the 5-yard grab, and it's now third down and 1. 111 yards receiving and 170 yards passing for Caleb Lounsbury, 111 for Terwilliger, as he has now made 9 catches for 111 yards. Third down and 1 for the Governors from the Aberdeen Central 48-yard line.
Yeah, third and short here for the Govs. Wouldn't be surprised if it ends up in the hands of Trevor Rounds in the backfield, and he is able to pick up this first down here for the green and white.
Play clock is down to 5. Governors taking their time, up by 13. Rounds gets hit, but he stays on his feet, and he's able to fight for a couple more yards, falling down to around the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, and the Governors pick up a first down on third and 1. As first and 10 for the Golden Eagle 43.
There's a power running attack there from the Govs. Rounds was hitting the backfield off of the feed from Lounsbury. He's able to break through the couple arm tackles that he initially had him behind the line of scrimmage, fights through those and is able to pick up the first down and then some. First down for the Govs on the Eagle 43-yard line.
2 receivers here on the near side. Option play, the toss to Rounds as he'll move to his left and outside the tackles, and he'll find his way out to around the 32-yard line, but there is a flag down. And we'll most likely see if it's on the Governors or not with 10:41 to go. I believe, or will it be a face mask penalty against Aberdeen Central? We've been relatively clean in flags. Governors are starting to walk back now, so it will be a hold against block in the back. Elijah Bucci with the block in the back. So 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, still first down, and it's going to be first down and 15, back to the 48-yard line.
The nice thing about this, though, John, is that the Govs have the wind at their back, so they can throw one up here a long ways, Ken Lounsbury.
Lounsbury rolling to his right. Now he's going to try and run with it, but he is thrown down from the top of the horse collar. I guess he was not tackled from behind of the horse collar, but he loses 7 yards back to the Governor 45-yard line, and it's now second down, actually the 43-yard line. So he lost 9 yards, and it's second down and 24.
Yeah, Jack Birch on the sack there from Aberdeen, and like you said, maybe got a little bit high on the tackle, but sack nonetheless, and that sets up a second and 24 for the Govs now from their own 43-yard line.
So now they're going to get it all the way to the Aberdeen Central 33. Second down, 24 here for the Governors. 2 receivers near side. They still lead it 20-7. Lounsbury throwing it over for Bucci, and the wind took that one a little bit too far, and it falls incomplete, and it's now third down and 24. And these 2 quarterbacks are getting their first varsity start, and not that they are unfamiliar with the wind at their back and changing it, but the pace of the game is a little bit different. And then you go from a couple passes last quarter to having the wind at your back or against you for Lounsbury to now trying to touch that one with the wind. And you can see the difference of the football is making those throws with and without the wind.
Yeah, wind's really playing a factor here for both quarterbacks, and really, really tough sledding for both sides throwing the ball.
Lounsbury again will pass. His throw up high. Twilliger will make the catch. He's across the 50-yard line. He is held up and then thrown down by Carson Borg. Twilliger made the catch, and he'll get inside the 50-yard line to Aberdeen Central territory, but well short of the first down marker as he got to the 47, 46-yard line. So he picked up a good gain of about 10, 11, but that's all they had.
Yeah, just not enough. That was going to have to be a big effort from Terwilliger to pick up the first down. And unfortunately, out a big block punt by Aberdeen.
Templeton's punt is blocked. He's able to recover it. Aberdeen, doesn't matter where he fell on top of it. Aberdeen's going to get the ball in that spot, and it's going to be Aberdeen football at the Governor 35-yard line. A big block punt for the Golden Eagles, who are trying to find some momentum here with 8:59 to go. This is a big drive here for Aberdeen Central, down by 13 right now, down by 2 possessions.
Yeah, just a nice rush there by the Aberdeen front on the punt, and the Golden Eagles will take over after the block punt. It looked like it was possibly number 24 in Cordell Reichlich on the blocked punt. Regardless, Aberdeen's going to take over from their own 36-yard line.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers on each side. One man goes in motion out to the near sideline. And a pump fake. Waldrop is wrapped up. He is going to go down. Then he threw the football. He is going to be down regardless if it's, I think they're going to say he's down, and that it's going to be just a sack. And they're going to spot him all the way back at the Governor 42-yard line. That's a pretty generous spot, I think, for his forward progress being stopped, but it is going to be a loss of 8, and it's second down at 18.
Yeah, Babcock on the sack there. And like you said, it looked like Waldrop tried to maybe do too much, get the ball out of his hands, and maybe could have been a potential fumble, but they did rule that forward progress was stopped. He does end up being sacked for a loss of 7.
3 receivers out to the right side. Waldrop will look to pass, he'll pump fake. Now he'll throw it downfield. It's a jump ball. The catch is going to be made, though. Not so much of a push-off, but just making the catch is going to be number 21 at Colby Dowman. And Dowman's all the way down inside the 10-yard line, and his first and goal from the 5 for Aberdeen Central. A gain of 38.
What a play by Colby Dowen. He has really kept the Golden Eagles in this ball game. Heads up play. You know, it goes to show that he's played a lot of football as a senior. You know, fielding the punt down on the other end and then going up and make a big catch there.
Handoff with the fullback trying to get to the goal line and unable to find his way to the goal line. And it'll be second down and goal from around the 2-3 yard line.
Looked like Joey Dahlman was on the carry there, picked up maybe about 2 yards potentially, as it's going to be spotted, or 3 yards, excuse me. It's going to be second down and goal to go from about the 1.5.
Governors will stack the box here with 8 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Handoff again. This one another time for Dahlman, and unable to get to the goal line. He's stuffed at the 3. There is no gain. And it'll be third down and goal here from the 3-yard line.
Yeah, Governor defense trying to keep points off the board. Jake Mickinnon making the big tackle there, but this will be a big play. We'll see if Aberdeen maybe tries a play-action pass and put the ball in the hands of Brenner Waldrop. And regardless, this is going to be a big play and potentially could decide the ball game here in the next 2 plays.
Yeah, 4 down territory, down by 13 with 7:20 to go in the 4th quarter. You got to find a way to get in the end zone with these next 2 plays. Waldrop will look to pass. The throw is going to be well offline. He was looking to go to Asoff. It is now 4th down. And now, if you're Coach Breeze, do you run the football or do you throw the football? You haven't had a whole lot of success running the ball other than a couple of big plays. But passing-wise, you've only made 2 completions so far this half. And so this is a big play in the ball game. Governors are looking for a goal line stand with 7:14 to go here in the fourth quarter, leading Aberdeen Central 20-7. 4th and goal from the 3. 7 seconds to go on the play clock. They gotta get up to the line quickly here. Down to 2 seconds to go. Waldron will take the snap. He'll throw again, looking for Aesop. Catch is made, and then he fumbles the football. It goes out of bounds. Who cares if it's caught or not? It's going to be a turnover on downs, and the Governors will get the big goal line stand from the 5-yard line. They're going to say it's a catch and a fumble because he does lose a yard, I believe, to the 4. No, it's going to be at the 3. And with 7:08 to go, the Governors will take over at their own 3-yard line.
Yeah, what a play there over on the far sideline. I didn't get a number on who made the defensive play on the strip. It very well could have been Porter Hunsley, but it was swatted out of the hands of Aesop because Aesop was kind of going on that same out route that they ran on the previous plays. He was running the far pylon at the front of the end zone. Waldrop missed him the first time, was able to connect that second time, but beautiful play by the defensive back. Like I said, I think it was Porter Hunsley there, stripped the ball and put it out of bounds after he stripped it. So the Govs do take over at the 4-yard line. So they're going to have to march down the field about 96 yards to score again. But regardless, huge play to keep the ball out of the end zone of Aberdeen Central.
You are listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. Emma Thielen is back at the station. Blake Dean is joining me, John Wickley, here on this Saturday evening, Saturday night, 7:08 to go. And Blake, you said they got to go 97 yards to score, which also means at 7:08 to go, 97 yards. If you take your time, you can take almost all of this time off the clock if you keep the ball game moving and the clock moving. Here's a long throw, looking for a home run ball on the first play as they throw it to the near sideline, looking for Scheffelbein, and the wind that carried that one too far away for Scheffelbein to track down. And it's 2nd down and 10 from the 3.
Yeah, just a little bit too much mustard on it from Lounsbury. And like you said, this wind has really caused a lot of trouble for both quarterbacks. And now that ball falls to the turf incomplete, the clock does stop with 7:02 left. So Govs unable to chew up some clock on that play.
So now we'll see if they want to try and run the ball out of the shadow of their own end zone. Lounsbury will throw the near side again. Scheffelbein will make the catch. He's going to be thrown out of bounds, but the clock will continue to run with his forward progress stop before he got out of bounds. So Scheffelbein makes his second catch. He got out to around the 10-yard line. They will spot him at the 10, a gain of 7, and it's 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, just a nice out route concept there. Lounsbury hits Scheffelbein, and 3rd and 3 is going to be the down and distance here with 6:33 to go.
Play clock is now down to 13. Governors will look to change the play. 6:24 and counting here in the fourth quarter, leading by 13. Down to 5 seconds to go on the play clock. Big 3rd down here for the Governors. Toss here for Rouse, trying to pick up the 1st down. Did he get to the 14-yard line? I think he did. And it will be 1st and 10, a gain of 5 for Rouse on 3rd and 3. And a big 1st down, and as long as he stayed inbounds, they can start the clock again. The Governors can take this under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
They are going to wind the clock, so that's a huge break for the Govs. 5-yard pickup for Trevor Rounds, now with 55 yards on 20 carries. Really shouldering the load out of the Governor backfield is the senior.
And for Rounds and for this Governor offense, everything, you don't have to necessarily be inside the numbers, but you don't want to be too far outside the numbers when you get tackled. Keep that clock running. Down to 5:45 to go. Play clock down to 3. Rounds will get the handoff right up the middle. Almost had a hole to the right side of where he hit it, but he ran straight into that defensive line, and a gain of just about 1 or 2 for Rounds as he got out to, they're going to spot him at the 17, so a gain of 2 to make it 2nd and 8.
Yeah, like you said, maybe had a hole if he would have maybe jump cut to the right. There was a big hole created by the Governor offensive line and a lot of turf out to the side, but Rounds lowers his head, does chug forward right into the teeth of the defense for a pickup of about 2 yards.
Play clock is now down to 5 with 5:08 to go, and a timeout will be taken. They have not stopped the clock yet, and now they will at 5:03 left, as Aberdeen Central will take the timeout with 5:03 left to go here in the fourth quarter, and it's 2nd down and 8. That's a big timeout again, Blake, for Aberdeen Central. Not because, because they couldn't use that at the end of the ball game. Yeah. Obviously, you got to get a stop. You got to find a way to get a stop, and you're using that timeout to really challenge your defense to get a stop. But you're running out of time to get 2 scores in this ball game.
Yeah, you really are. And to your point, now Aberdeen only has 1 timeout remaining, so they're only going to be able to stop the clock once the rest of the ball game, and that's going to probably mean that we're going to see a heavy dose of Trevor Rounds in the last 5 minutes and change of this fourth quarter.
2nd down and 8 coming out of the timeout, 5:03 to go. Next play will put us under the 5 minutes mark, regardless if they even throw the ball or not. 20-7 is their score. That was our halftime score. George Staley scored from 2 yards out in the final play of the first half. We have not seen another score from either team since then. It was 7-0 for Aberdeen, and it was 7-6 for the Golden Eagles. But 3 touchdowns in a row in the second quarter for the Governors. They lead it 20-7. With now 5:03 left to go. Out of the timeout, a toss here for Rounds on the left side. Doesn't get much. He got to the 20-yard line. A gain of 2, and it's 3rd down and a long 6 here for the Governors. Make that 3rd down and around a long 5 here out to the 20-yard line. They're going to get to the 25.
Yeah, going to be another big 3rd down conversion for the Govs if they're able to pick this up. And again, you're probably going to look to get the ball in the hands of Cooper Terwilliger, or maybe you try another home run pass with Staley. The nice thing is now, if you're at 4th down, the wind is at your back, and Templeton can punt it knowing that he's got the wind behind him.
Empty backfield here for Lounsbury with 2 to go on the play clock. The throw for Staley, jump ball, he makes the catch and hangs on. Staley, who's been dealing with a leg injury all game long, he's able to hang with it and make a catch and pick up a big 1st down to the Governor 32-yard line. A gain of 12 and another big 3rd down conversion.
Huge conversion there. Lounsbury showing a lot of grit, a lot of resolve, throwing the ball, trusting George Staley. Tight window on that throw as well. And Staley was able to squeeze through it, come down with the reception, 1st and 10 for the Govs from their own 32-yard line.
Unofficial stats, 200 yards passing for Caleb Lounsbury in his first varsity start. Play clock is down to 3 with 3:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Rounds gets the handoff, tries to cut it to the right side as he tried to go outside the tackle, and he got to around the 35-yard line, a gain of about 3 for Rounds, and it's 2nd down and 7. And now we've got a timeout for an injured Aberdeen Central Golden Eagle player that is looking like he's cramping again with 3:31 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
A lot of cramping on both sides. And I didn't catch a number for the Golden Eagles, who that is, laying on the turf there, getting the hamstring stretched out. But what a job here by this Governor offense, John. Picking up 3rd down conversion after 3rd down conversion. They've really done a nice job of moving the chains. This drive started at their own 4-yard line, and they have got the ball out to their own 34, so 30-yard drive thus far, but chewing clock, getting yards, staying in bounds. Aberdeen's down to 1 timeout. Things are looking really good for the green and white, and coming off the field there is number 75, Felipe Gonzalez for Aberdeen Central. Just like we said, maybe cramping up a little bit, was the junior defensive lineman.
Next week, Governors will be at home against Huron. They start 4 of the next 5 games at home. Huron will come to town. They lost 60-0 to Yankton. Play clock, or the game clock, will start again with the play clock should be starting. Now they got it reset to 40, so the Governors can really take their time and take a lot of time off the clock, but they won't this time. Hand off to Trevor Rouse. Up the middle he goes, trying to cut it to the left side of the far hash. He got to the 40-yard line, a gain of 5, and it's going to be 3rd down and manageable here for the Governors. 3rd and 2 for Pierre. Well, they got Huron next Friday, Watertown the Friday after. Then we go to Brookings at Dana J. Dykhouse Stadium, the home of SDSU. And then Yankton O'Gorman the following 2 home games. As the Govs will be at home, 7 o'clock kickoff next Friday night, this coming Friday night. We've got it here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports with coverage starting at 6:30. 2:45 to go and counting. Play clock is down to 10. 3rd and 2 from the Governor 40-yard line. Trevor Rounds up to 68 yards on 24 carries. He needs another at least 2 big yards here. They will toss it to him left side. He is hit and wrapped up in the backfield. He's got nowhere to go. He loses 2 yards back to the 38, and the Governors will have to punt the ball away with 2:25 to go. Now, if they don't elect to punt the football on 4th down and try and pick it up, you can pretty much seal the win if you pick up a first down here.
And the offense is staying on the field, John, so it looks like at least maybe they'll, at the very least, they're going to try to draw Aberdeen off sides.
And you got the wind at your back, so try and draw them off sides. Who cares if you get a delay game penalty?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if you get them to jump, and they just about did to give the Governors a first down, play clock is down to 2. Coach Steele will take the timeout with 1:52 left to go here in the 4th quarter. I mean, it was not even a face mask away from being a penalty against Aberdeen Central, which almost got the Governors the first down and the ball game at that point.
Yeah, it looked like number 51 in Preston Brake, the junior defensive lineman, like you said, was about maybe a face mask away from ending this ball game, effectively speaking. If he doesn't put on the brakes within the next maybe millisecond, this game is probably over. But to your point, Coach Steele takes the timeout. Govs have 2 left in this 4th quarter, and will probably punt. Now, do remember that the last punt attempt that the Governors had was blocked. So this is a big punt to see if they can get it off here, off the foot of Templeton.
Well, we'll be Stalley this time, though,
Okay.
come on to punt. So
Okay.
now Aberdeen Central's got to make sure they don't fake the punt either,
Right.
because he's looking like he's feeling a lot better in his legs, and give him the chance that he might try and fake this as well to pick up the first down.
Right.
1:52 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Stalley will run to his right. He'll get the punt away. It's not a good punt, and it will be caught and carried along to the 35-yard line. So another return again this time by, well, it was again by Dowen. And it's 1st and 10 for the 35-yard line with 1:44 to go. And Aberdeen Central has to score quickly here and get an onside kick recovery in the next minute and 44 seconds. They got to score twice here in the next minute and 44.
Yeah, but they do have really good field position off of that punt by Stalley. Stalley maybe was trying to run, saw that the defense was coming right at him, and tried to punt, just unfortunately whiffed on that one. And Aberdeen's going to have really good field position with the ball at the Governor 35 with a minute 44 to go.
Waldrop will look to pass. He's going to be chased out by Bucci. The throw, the catch is made here on the far side, out to the 25 to the 20 before he's pushed out of bounds by Carson Stosher. Coming across was going to be number 2 in Carter Lust to make the catch and make the big run, as they got from the 35 down to the 15-yard line, a gain of 20 for Lust on his first catch of the night.
Lust has had a couple of big chunk plays. He's had a rush of 15 yards and now a catch of 20. So maybe a guy that you look to get the ball in the hands of, especially on some short passes, as he's clearly shown that he's got some speed.
And he got out of bounds as well, so while the clock would stop anyway with the first down, it does completely stop and give a chance for a huddle for Aberdeen Central. Now a lob pass to the end zone. Well, we're going to get an interference call, but the man had stopped his route before any contact was made. Carson Stosher might get called for pass interference, but the route had been stopped before the contact was made by Carson Borg. And the referee will talk with Stosher about the penalty against him, but I would agree that Stosher's got a right to be a little bit upset, because there was no chance for Borg to make the catch. He had stopped his route at that point.
Yeah, not a catchable ball. They are going to call the pass interference penalty, unfortunately, on Stosher, to your point. But Stosher, like you said, maybe had a little bit of an argument there, but call is going to go against him regardless. The nice thing is it's only half the distance to the goal, so Aberdeen still does have to go another 4 yards to pick up this first down.
Yeah, 1st and 4 from the 8-yard line now here for the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. 1:30 to go, clock is stopped. Golden Eagles looking to get in the end zone to make it a one-score game. Throw, the catch made, touchdown for Aberdeen Central. They pull within a score as the catch was made by Dowen. He's got another touchdown reception, his second of the ball game, of 8 yards out. And this is a extra point, big extra point upcoming, because it's either going to be a 6-point game with just one touchdown away and an extra point to give the Golden Eagles a lead.
Yeah, we'll see if Dahlman can put it through the uprights here. Like you said, big extra point, snap spot kick is good. And it's a 6-point ball game, and we're going to see an onside kick here to potentially decide this football game, John.
So 20-14 is our score as Aberdeen Central makes it a 6-point game with 1:26 remaining. Back in 30 seconds here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC. So it was just a 2-play drive, went 35 yards along with a penalty involved in there as well. Aberdeen Central gets the touchdown. Dowling makes his second touchdown catch, and now we will see an onside kick. Have to have an onside kick. Aberdeen's got one timeout, so if the Governors get the ball game will end with a couple of good snaps and a couple of good kneel downs, and they go to victory formation. But it is going to be an onside kick upcoming here from Aberdeen Central with 1:26 to go. And if the Golden Eagles get it back, they get a score, and they're an extra point away from taking the lead. They don't need to go for 2 to try and take the lead.
Right.
Any extra point will give them the lead.
Yeah, this is a huge play in the ball game. Opportunity for the hands team to get on the field for the Governor Special Teams.
Dahlman will take the kick. We'll see where he wants to try and place it. The Governors have 5 guys up in the front line, 5 guys a little bit farther back. He's got to go 10 yards. Bouncing ball. It'll be picked up by the Governors. They got it at the 48-yard line. Trying to see who that was that picked it up on the far side. Not sure who it might have been, if it was Tyson Polson. But the Governors, it was Tyson Polson that makes the recovery, and the Governors are now a couple of kneel downs away from winning this ball game and hanging on for a 20-14 victory.
Yeah, nail biter of a victory if all goes according to plan here in these next 3, possibly 4 snaps. But really, really gritty win for the Govs tonight if they're able to hold on to the ball.
They have one timeout. We'll see if Coach Breeze wants to take it. Well, they will hand the ball off, so they got to make sure that they hang on to this ball. And if you're Aberdeen Central, you're trying to do anything to take the ball away. And so it will be a timeout taken by Coach Breeze with 1:19 left to go. And it is going to be 2nd down and 7, a gain of 3 to the 45-yard line, as Rounds will pick up now 69 yards on 26 carries. So the Governors can't just kneel the ball twice now. That it gives them enough time to kneel it twice, and they will win the ball game and not have to worry about running a play on 4th down.
Yeah, which is huge. You don't have to run a play on 4th down and give the ball back to Aberdeen with 1 shot at the end zone. That is a huge run by Trevor Rounds to be able to stay on his feet for about 4 seconds before Aberdeen Central takes the timeout.
Yeah, so now that leads, again, a couple good snaps, 2 good snaps, and you'll be able to run the clock out. Brody Gilbertson, a couple of years ago, the Governors, one of the coaching staff, he was the math guy for Pierre, and saying, okay, how many seconds do we need to tick off here to run around to make sure that we can make sure that we can get those kneel downs properly. And they don't have to worry about the math on this one. They just need a couple of kneel downs, the snap, and the first victory formation play. The game clock will run under 40 seconds, and then you can take one more snap, and the Governors are going to hang on to win it 20-14 in Week 1 of the 2024 season. It's a hard-fought win for the Governors.
Yeah.
It didn't come easy to them in Game 1 like it kind of did last year.
Yeah, big nail-biter of a victory for the Govs in this ball game, John, to your point. And like you said, they actually might even take a timeout just to make sure that they're able to run it underneath 1 second here. As Lounsbury's going to wait and watch the play clock, take the snap.
He takes one extra step back, and that will do for the ball game. The Governors get a couple of kneel downs at the very end. The victory formation is what you like to see in week 1 of the season, and the Governors will win it 20-14. And the quest for 8 starts off with the victory. 2014, Governors beat the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles in week 1. Back in 3 minutes with the postgame show. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com. Access Health Fort Pierre is here to serve you. Mission-driven to provide affordable, high-quality health care. Access Health provides personalized care for the entire family, including chronic and acute care, evaluation of illness and injuries, laboratory services, wellness exams, DOT and sports physicals, and immunizations. Access Health Fort Pierre. Affordable, high-quality service without the wait. Compassionate, committed, and convenient. The clinics of Access Health have been serving Central South Dakota for the past 35 years. Access Health, caring for communities, caring for you.
Walking together in faith, living together in faith, working together in faith, that's who we are.
Hi, this is Pastor Sam Hanschke. I hope that our athletes have an excellent and successful season. I pray that God would continue to richly bless them. I invite you to join me in praying for our athletes during the year.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
Look, it's no secret that owning a vehicle can cause a lot of stress, and they get a lot of wear and tear on them through the extreme seasons we've grown to love. Graham Tire wants you to know that you can trust them with any problem that you have with your vehicle. Their ASE certified mechanics can make your AC cool again, or even just change your oil. They can look into and fix those noises that seem to come from nowhere and have you stressed out. Bring your car to Graham Tire so they can put your mind at ease. Graham Tire, your tire store next door. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites has Midwestern charm and unprecedented attention to detail that provides the perfect getaway. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites provides a complimentary deluxe continental breakfast featuring hot waffles, biscuits, and gravy. They also have an indoor children's water playland, whirlpool and fitness center, and a beautiful backyard patio with seasonal fire pits. Everyone deserves a night away. Call 605-494-2582 to make your reservation today. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Experience luxury in the heart of South Dakota.
Back here at Aberdeen as the Pierre Governors pick up a 20-14 win on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. We'll talk to a couple guys coming up here. We're going to have Caleb Lounsbury, Cooper Twilliger, Coulter Babcock, and Elijah Bucci all coming up here and talking with us after here in actually just a moment as they're making their way up. But Blake, a big win for the Governors. It didn't come easy, but they were able to get the win in week 1.
Yeah, huge W for the Govs here this week. Like we talked about, big nail biter of a victory against an Aberdeen Central team that, really put up a tough fight in their place. Obviously, a few things for the Govs to clean up here at as this is a week 1 football game, but this is a big win for the Govs in this week 1 to start off their quest for 8 straight.
So we welcome in our players of the game. First, talk with Elijah Bucci. And Elijah, Tough win for you guys. 20-14, hanging on in that second half. Talk about this defense that you guys have that gave up a touchdown early on that second drive and shut them down all the way until that final drive. What changed after that second drive and that first touchdown to limit this team, Aberdeen Central, throughout the rest of the game?
So I think our defense, we're really young, but we just had to knock the rust off, I think. I think it was just jitters. Everybody had a little bit of jitters because we only returned 2 starters, so everybody else is brand new on the field. But once we knocked that rust off, we were in emotion. We just kept going.
Yeah, EJ, you ended up, as far as my count, 4 tackles, 3 pressures on the quarterback. You put a lot of pressure on Waldrop all night. What's your favorite part as far as being a defensive lineman? As far as, do you like rushing the passer more? Do you like stopping the run, creating a big play at TFL? As in your opinion, what's your favorite play on the defensive side of the football?
It's all fun, but I mean, obviously every D lineman loves a little pass rush.
Absolutely.
When you come off clean off that D line and you get a shot at the quarterback, every D lineman loves that. I think that'd probably be my favorite part.
Well, this offensively, you get a chance to get on that offensive side. You kind of have the last couple of years too, but had a couple of big catches, one for 39 yards that helped to get that final drive for you guys to score and take a 20-7 lead. How much fun is it to play both ways of the football?
It's hard, but it's still fun. I wouldn't have wanted any other way. I love both the sides of the ball. I mean, I'm going to need a break on both sides, as you guys probably seen, but I mean, I just put my head down and work as hard as I can.
Huron coming up next Friday. What do you expect from the Tigers?
Well, I don't know. To be honest, we got to get to the film room tonight, probably. To be honest, our coaches will be putting stuff on film, and we'll be in the film tonight.
Go ahead.
And EJ, one more for you. How about this goal line stand that you guys had down here on the goal line on the far side? That's probably the difference in the ball game. What was kind of the mindset of the defense when they got the ball first down and goal to go from about the 2-3 yard line down there?
I think it's just one play at a time. We stop one play, then we're on to the next. We stop the next play, then we're on to the next. We just play it one play at a time and make sure we keep our heads right, and we just stop them, I guess.
Well, hey, congrats on the first win of the season. Feels good to have football back, right?
Oh, yeah, I love it.
EJ Bucci, our first player of the game, as we will pass along here to our next guy. We'll stay on the defensive side. Coulter Babcock will take the microphone. 2 interceptions for you. One coming on the first defensive play of the game. How much fun was that first play, and you already come away with the football?
A little bit too much fun. I celebrated, spiked the ball. I mean, I hurt the team a little bit, but hey, you gotta have fun, but next time I'm not doing that. I need to help my team every way I can.
Now, Coulter, 2 interceptions for you. Team leader in terms of tackles, 5 on the game, also a sack for you.
Yep.
What's the, this week 1 mentality? Was the adrenaline flowing a little bit more for you than maybe it would be on a normal game?
Energy drinks all day. I mean, knowing that I got Jake and EJ in front of me and just a bunch of great D linemen, I know that I'm gonna be unblocked. Running back coming right at me. Just make a play, hit him. That's all I gotta say.
Well, and Blake had asked Bucci about that defensive stop that you guys had, first and goal from inside the 5-yard line.
Great.
Yeah, what was the message? And maybe you're going to say the same thing that EJ said too. But what was that message that you guys had to get that defensive stand to swing the game in your guys' favor?
No, I told my defense. I got everyone to know this, but I told the defense. This tells every other team what we're about. If we stop them on 3rd and goal, wow. That says something about us, that we're not letting anything easy through. You fight for each yard you can get against us. Anything you do, that's luck.
Coulter, as far as defensive stats, do you like picking the ball off? Do you like getting the sack tonight, making a TFL on a back in the backfield?
Yeah.
What of those 3, or really any play on the defensive side of the football? What would be your top play if you could pick out a play to make on the defensive side?
I don't expect to ever get 2 interceptions again. The sack, sacks come and go. I love sacks, but my personal favorite is TFLs. That TFL means a lot to me.
Well, hey, congratulations on that first win. A big one that you guys get to start the season here on next Friday. What's it going to be like being at home for the first home game next week?
We just need to step it up. Huron, they're going to bring it. They're going to bring it. They're going to be good. We just need to step up, and we got to get ready. We'll prepare. We're going to bust it this week in practice, and we know that. Everyone, 11 on offense, 11 on defense, we know we got to step up.
Well, hey, congrats on the first win of the season, and good luck going into next week at home against Huron.
Hey, Pierre Governors are great, though. Take the win.
As Coulter Babcock, one of our players of the game. Let's turn to the quarterback now. And Caleb Lounsbury, who his first varsity start throws for an unofficially even 200 yards, 23 of 37. Caleb, you like to throw the football a lot, and whether you like to or not, Coach Steele is going to make you like to throw the football. How much fun was it in that first varsity start?
It was nervous. I was shaking, but we got the jitters out first drive, and once we started getting the ball moving, I knew it was time to throw the ball around, and we did, and we got her moving.
Yeah, Caleb, to your point there, maybe the first couple drives, a little bit of jitters there, but how comforting is it to know that you've got, the weapon of the stable of receivers and running backs that you have to kind of spread the ball out around to you?
Very comfortable. It's nice to know I can rely on a backside go or just a hitch to get yak after a play and look off any bad yardages.
Well, you guys don't score the first 2 drives, and then you score the next 3 drives in the half. The confidence level after that first touchdown, and obviously, yeah, you guys didn't score in the second half, but the confidence level really probably started to pick up for you after that first touchdown drive, right? And like you said, the nerves kind of went away, and you're probably able to take a deep breath saying, okay, we're on the board. Now this offense is going to go.
Yeah, it was definitely a big confidence booster, and I could tell everyone's confidence skyrocketed after that first touchdown.
Caleb, how much did the wind play a factor in the ball game? It looked from up here. I mean, it obviously felt like from up here too that wind's blowing from left to right up here. When your back's this way, ball's maybe sailing a little bit on you, and then throwing into it, it might kind of die down a little bit. Was it a factor for you tonight?
Honestly, it only affected about two passes.
Okay,
but it's gonna happen. You gotta fight through it.
Does the arm feel okay? A little sore? 37 passes. Have you ever thrown that many in a game before?
I don't think so, but I'm excited to keep throwing the ball.
Well, we're excited to keep watching you throw the football. It was a lot of fun to see you guys win. Here on next week, probably no film yet that you guys watch. Staying prepared for Aberdeen Central. Obviously, they played last night, but you guys are going to probably start hitting the hard for the film going into next Friday, right?
Yep. It's going to be hard in the film room, weight room, and on the field.
Well, hey, Caleb, congratulations. First win as a varsity starting quarterback. It's got to be a lot of fun, and we'll be looking forward to seeing how this season goes for the Governors.
Thank you.
That is Caleb Lounsbury, and we'll turn to our last player of the game, and Cooper Twilliger, who has got to still keep working on his mustache a little bit. It's not quite there yet, but overall, 122 yards unofficially on 10 catches for you, and a touchdown reception as well. Got to be a lot of fun to be a tight end and to be the target that you are to make those catches here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I just think we just keep moving forward, use this as a learning deal, and take it and keep moving on and go week by week and win by win and play by play and keep going after it.
Yeah, to your point, Coop, what can you guys take from tonight? Because like you said, I mean, you'll take a win anytime you can get it, but what are some of the learning points that you can take from tonight that you can apply to next week when you guys have here on?
I just think every one of us has to take play by play and take a look and evaluate yourself and figure out on how you can better yourself in that situation or scenario.
You guys, cramping-wise, you didn't seem to be, you yourself didn't seem to be cramping too much, but a couple of guys cramping. George Stalley looked like he was fighting a cramp from almost the start of the game all the way to the very end. How difficult is it, to get into game shape in this first game? Obviously, it wasn't super hot, but 80 degrees with all the pads on, it's still going to be pretty hot. What was that, the feeling on the bench and trying to make sure you guys stay hydrated?
Yeah, the cramps are obviously an issue tonight, but the first game, that's usually how it goes. The heat's not always going to be there throughout the season, and as we go through week by week, our bodies are just get used to it, and I think we'll get it figured out.
Coop, was the defensive back physicality much of a factor tonight, with knowing that you're kind of the top dog in terms of probably targets on the field this year? Were they being a little bit more physical with you this week?
I think they had pretty good DBs. Our quarterback placed the ball pretty much everywhere I wanted it to tonight, and offensive line blocked well, and it's all around was a good effort, and it just made my routes and everything a lot easier.
Well, you get the win. Huron coming up next Friday, back at home, and how excited are you to get back to Hollister Field?
Oh, I'm pumped. Ever since that last game against Watertown, I've been itching to get back there.
Well, congrats on the win. Congrats on the touchdown grab and the 122 yards on 10 catches. We're really excited to watch you this season, and good luck next Friday.
Thank you.
That is Cooper Twilliger, our final player of the game, and we'll turn things over to the head coach and Steve Steele. And first off, we're going to talk technicality of the game right now, because you had the ball twice to open up the game and in the second half. A mistake from Aberdeen Central on the coin toss, correct?
Yep.
How nice was it to get the ball? Obviously, you didn't score on those drives that you had, but how nice is it to have the ball to start each half?
It's good. It's almost like a turnover, in the sense that you get that bonus possession. So it was very, very good for us just to have that mojo, being able to get it both halves coming out of it.
Overall here for this offense, you get those 3 touchdowns in a row, and then getting the second half, you're obviously going to take the win, but overall, is it, a good, obviously got to be a good learning experience for all these guys, because one, you still get the win, so you still start out 1-0. You go 1-0 today, but there's a lot to take and a lot to learn from this game moving forward.
Yeah, that was kind of the message down there was, hey, we're really happy that we got the win. Let's learn our lesson in the win as opposed to having to learn it in a loss, So definitely a lot of ways that we can improve. And, like I said, a lot of it was just the merry-go-round of positions and a lot of cramps, a couple injuries, and it was just a tough merry-go-round of people today.
Coach, how much was the wind a factor in play calling this evening?
It wasn't too bad. I mean, there was a couple times it was gusting, but for the most part, it didn't change much.
Injury-wise, obviously George Stalley was gutting through cramps, Charlie Horse, injury of some kind. Started to look a little bit better at the end of the game, like he was finally through it. But a guy that was out there pretty much limping for a while and still running the routes and still playing hard. The message that maybe he can send to the rest of the guys while not being 100%, but still being out in the field and playing, one as one of the captains, one of the senior leaders, but being able to go out there and play, obviously not being 100%.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of got rolled up on his ankle, was bothering him there at the end of the first half, and or towards maybe the middle of the second quarter, and that kind of really, I think that was, if there's a big pride point today, it's George gutted through a lot, but so Porter Hunsley steps in on defense. We weren't able to play George out both ways at that point, just with his ankle. And Porter Hunsley goes in and played phenomenal. For a freshman, that's a pretty big ask, and he answered it with flair, just great flying colors.
Well, and you mentioned it too. Obviously, offense is your strong suit. Head coach, you're going to take care of a lot of different things, but defensively, with Coach Matt Thorson, the defensive coordinator, and you mentioned how the merry-go-round and the amount of adjustments and changes that you might have defensively. A lot of guys are competing for spots. That's a big win for the Pierre Governors and for one individual to show what he can do on the varsity field.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, there were so many people that ended up getting some time, some plays. I think that was an important part. We knew it going in, and we kind of talked about it through the week of, hey, we need to get 5 plays out of you, we need to get 10 plays out of you, and I think Porter was probably one of those 5 to 10 guys that ended up playing 20 to 30 plays, and it was fantastic to see him in there doing well, and he was far from the only one that was doing that. Tucker Ott got the call on the offensive line and had to go in, and I think that was a difficult part of that third quarter, was kind of the finagling of the offensive line and moving everyone around a little bit, and he's another one that went in and was prepared. We had Bryce Wallman have to go in and snap a ball against that big nose guard on third down, yeah. And I said those are all things where it's a small little detail, but you go in, you throw a bad snap, and the game could be lost in that.
Yeah, absolutely. To your point, Coach, kind of staying on the defensive side of the ball, what can you say about that defensive stand on the goal line down here that really essentially won you the game with it being first and goal from about the 2 or the 3 yard line, and they end up losing yardage to give you guys the ball back?
Yeah, I mean, just incredible performance from those. I mean, really the whole game long. I mean, they were essentially a SWAT team. We put them in bad spot after bad spot after bad spot, and they just kind of found a way to get in there and get us out of it for the most part. And that one might have been one of the worst spots that they were put in. Just being able to have to go 4 in a row. It's tough. You can usually in defense, it's you can win a play here and a play there. It's really challenging to win 4 in a row for nothing. Or especially 4 in a row for negative. And just all around, the D-line did a fantastic job on those first couple runs to stuff it, and then a great play by Carson Stosher out there on that 4th down play to knock that ball out, and just again that really won us the game.
Caleb Lounsbury, the starting quarterback, throws around 200 yards, 23 of 37. Not necessarily trying to rate his performance, especially because you haven't gone to watch the film and really break it down, but his first varsity start, what do you think of his ability to play in this first game?
Yeah, I'm very proud of Caleb. I thought that was a fantastic first performance, and I think that's one of the things where people don't realize how hard of a job that is. And especially, when you have a seasoned guy back there, they make it look pretty easy. It's it's not easy, you know, and especially, you know, with the amount of pressure that goes with the people you followed here. I mean, it's really not an easy job, and you know, he really stepped in and he showed out and he threw the ball throwing into the wind. You know, I don't think that the play calling had to change to your question earlier, but I just think that it was because Caleb throws such a good ball, and he's had really good spirals to get it cut through the wind, and I mean, he was on all day.
Well, now you get 4 of the next 5 games are at home, one being Huron next Friday. Obviously, Yankton beat them 60-0, and maybe you didn't break down the film quite yet. Maybe you had a little bit of chance to do that on the way to the game, or just, you know, this morning or whatever it might have been, or maybe watch the game last night. But what do you expect from Huron? And also, because you play Saturday, Monday is Labor Day, and you play on Friday, so it's already a shorter week from game day to game day, and you get the holiday no school. What's the plan of action for the Governors getting ready for Huron? What do you expect for them in the plan of action of practice for the next week?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Monday we'll have a JV game, so our JV guys will be right after it. We'll have offense and defensive meetings, but you know, we won't do much practice-wise. We'll give them the day off physically, the varsity guys, and you know, quite honestly, they probably need a day or 2 off here. So I mean, I think that'll be a good thing for them. And then we'll get back after it Tuesday, and you know, go from there. But we'll mainly just kind of go through film on Monday, and then get after it the rest of the week.
Coach, a lot of weapons at your disposal on offense. Obviously, we talked about Lounsbury's performance. Rounds had 26 carries for 69 yards. You know, not necessarily the yards per carry that you see, but you really trust the senior with the football in the backfield. And then, I guess, a two-parter. As far as Rounds, you know, sticking it out like we talked about the broadcast a few times, that, you know, he's kind of one of those guys that has waited his turn, you know, year after year. Now he's getting the chance to kind of show it this year. And then the other part of the question is, how nice is it to be able to have a sophomore tight end than Cooper Terwilliger, who can, you know, really make the difficult catches seem relatively easy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Trevor's just a kid who does everything right, you know, and he's not only just put in his time, he's worked really, really hard for this job, you know, and he's done a great job earning it. And I said, we have all the confidence in the world for him to get back there, and you know, and that's a heavy workload. You know, 25
Absolutely.
Carries is a tough workload.
Yeah.
So none of those are very easy yards either today, obviously. You know, I mean, that was all up the middle. You're getting hit and you're getting piled on. So, you know, very, very great game from him. You know, again, nothing, stat sheet, not anything to get excited about, but those are important carries and important yards to get. And, you know, oftentimes those 1 or 2 yards were the hardest 2 to get. So,
And choose some clock as well.
Yeah, so I mean, that was an important part of it. And, you know, Cooper, I mean, gosh, there's a reason that he's got offers from Georgia and all these other schools. I mean, he is a heck of a threat to have there, and you know, just a physicality. It's a hard match for anybody. You know, whether he's in the box or out of the box, it's very, very difficult for teams to deal with him. And I mean, he had a fantastic game anywhere we put him. So, you know, I think he had a great game defensively too. So, yeah. I mean, realistically, he's just a kid that we're really happy is on our team.
Well, Coach, hey, appreciate the time. Congrats on the first win of the season. Looking forward to talking to you again, Coach's Corner-wise, pregame show-wise, and maybe some NFL picks coming up this week as well. But it's good talking to you. Congrats on the win, and we'll see you next Friday against Huron.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
You're not going to get sick of him quite as much this year, are you?
Oh, it'll get there. We'll get there.
It's already there. What are you talking about?
There's
no it's going to get there. It's already there. And it's head coach Steve Steele, the victorious Pierre Governors, who pick up a 20-14 win, hanging on for the win over Aberdeen Central. Go through the stats here before we wrap things up for the evening. Blake had just mentioned our last question to Coach Steele was talking about Trevor Rounds. 69 yards on 26 carries unofficially. George Stalley, he did score a touchdown, 1-yard touchdown run. That was the first score of the ball game. George Stalley had a 2-yard touchdown run. He had 10 yards on 4 carries. That gave the Governors a 20-7 lead. Cooper Twilliger made a touchdown grab of 17 yards. He had 122 yards on 10 catches. And then it was Carter Shufflebein with 2 catches for 11 yards. George Stalley had 5 catches for 24 yards. Lincoln Dilgis with 2 catches for 29. E.J. Bucci with 2 catches for 42. Aiden Beam had a grab of 5 yards, and Sutton Sunshine with a catch of 14 yards. Lounsbury ended up going, Caleb Lounsbury, 23 of 37 for 200 yards and a touchdown for a total of 280 yards for the Governors on the ground and through the air. 280 yards in total for the Pierre Governors. And for Aberdeen, who scored the first touchdown, the last touchdown, but 3 touchdowns in between for Pierre, so they couldn't get the job done. But it was Ridley Waldo with 13 yards on 11 carries. It was Dahlman with 5 rushing yards on 3 carries, 15 yards for Carter Lust on his only carry, 22 yards for Dowman on 1 carry. Waldrop lost 8 yards in his only carry, or the one time he was sacked. So they finished with just 55 yards of rushing in total. And then receiving-wise or passing-wise, 13 of 28 for 2 touchdowns was Brenner Waldrop, and 2 interceptions as well for 172 yards. It was Asaph who caught 5 catches for 26 yards. Dahlman had 2 catches for 40 yards, 4 catches for 79 yards for Dowman, who had both touchdown grabs. Waldo had a catch for 7 yards, and Luss had a catch for 20 yards, so a total of 227 yards of offense and 2 turnovers for the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. So really close in score and in yardage-wise as the Pierre Governors hang on for a 6-point win. And as Coach Steele mentioned, too, it's better to learn from a win than learn from a loss sometimes, and the Governors get to do that. Although it wasn't the cleanest and the prettiest win, the Governors still get a big win.
Yeah, they do. And I think the thing that won them the game were, I guess, a couple of things that won them the game, John, was, one, the fact that you get the ball to start both the first and the second half. To your point, that was the first thing you asked Coach Steele when he came up here at the postgame presser. But that was the first thing that we talked about. That was the first thing that won them the game. The second thing that won them the game was this goal line stand on the far sideline. What a huge stop. I think Mikkonen had a tackle. I think Bucci had a tackle. And then, like we talked about, Carson Stosher with a huge play to knock the ball free. I think Asaph was the one that had the catch. But Stosher knocks the ball free. Ball goes out of bounds on the 4-yard line, so that actually causes the Eagles to lose yards and the Govs take over on downs. But those were the 2 key factors that won the ball game for the Govs, because really, if you look statistically between the 2 teams otherwise, obviously Pierre ran the ball a lot better, but statistically, Waldrop threw for 172 yards and Lounsbury threw for 200, so only a difference of about 30 yards through the air for both teams. And then, like we talked about, Pierre probably ran the ball a little bit better than Aberdeen did, 80 yards total, to 55 on the ground for Aberdeen. So relatively evenly matched as far as both teams statistically on both sides of the ball. Only about 20 yards of difference, 25 yards of difference on the ground, and 30 yards difference in the air, both in favor of the Govs. But the thing that won the Govs the game was the coin toss and this goal line stand on the far side of the field, on the left side of your radio dial, because that was the difference in the ball game. The Govs were able to make big plays when they needed to. And, a lot of learning experience for these young guys coming on the field, making their first varsity starts. And Govs are able to pick up a win, like you said, lot funner to learn from a win than it is from a loss.
The Govs will pick up the win 20-14 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. But it is the Govs who will take on the Huron Tigers next week Friday, as the Govs will be at 6:30 with coverage, 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll have it for you here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. We'll wrap things up here from Aberdeen. The Govs will pick up the win 20-14. So for Emma Thielen back at the station, Blake Dean to my left, John Wakely here signing off. The Governors pick up a win 20-14 over the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles, as we say so long from Aberdeen.